The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Hgp, GFNG, Hgp, GFNG, Hgp. Welcome to a special combo episode of the Hgp+Gfng podcast. MAYO, GUNNY, Penpoint and Alen Maybe team up to talk about video games. It's gonna be awesome. Hope you all dig it. Good times. GFNG, Hgp, GFNG, Hgp, GFNG, Hgp, GFNG. Hgp.
Send in the G's list. Alright, so I think we're gonna record. Just talking about how. Anyway, so stop. Alright, let's go and start. So, Gunny, here we go. Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7.
Welcome to a special episode of the Horrible Gamers podcast and the GFNG podcast. Welcome, everybody.
Welcome.
And hey, who's that over on the West Coast?
Hey, the best coast. That's Pinpoint. Mr. Jonathan Hall. Mr. Jonathan Big D Hall. So, in the house. That's me. Yes.
And over on the East Coast, we got a couple East Coasters over here. One in some cornfield over here. We've got the Mayo. What's up, Mayo?
Hey, what's up? I don't know if it's the East Coast. It's the Beast Coast over here, Gunny. You will refer to this as the Beast Coast.
The Beast Coast versus the Best Coast.
That's right.
The B&B. All right.
And not too far from the Mayo. I don't know how many miles you guys are apart, but where are you at, Alan?
Like 6 cornfields away?
Yeah, maybe like 2.
A couple cornfields away, we've got Alan Maybe. Welcome, Alan. And, guys, if you guys want to go over to, we've got a Twitter over at @_Horrible Gamers. But hey, I just prefer guys just go over. You can follow me too over at Gunny Chief, one word. I'm mostly on Twitter pretty much every day. And we also want you to leave us a review on the iTunes over at the Horrible Gamers podcast.
Do it.
And do you have one at GFNG, Jonathan? Or do you just use yours?
I think it's just GFNG. Just whatever. Just look up GFNG or Get Up and Game and leave us some good shit. Yeah.
So me and John are always going back and forth on the Twitters. We love the Twitters. And over on Facebook, we've got a group over there, Horrible Gamers Podcast Community. So just go over there, facebook.com groups/Horrible Gamers. Answer those 2 questions. We will let you in.
It's true. Me and Alan are both in there. They let us in.
Yeah, we allowed it there. I don't know. I can't be out last week, but you're back in. And Mayo, don't we have a list of the Patreons?
Yeah. Why don't we give a quick shout out to all of our awesome Patreons out there that we want to thank every month and continue to grow. The list is let's read off. We got Adam Sunday, Alan Maybe, Bill Gardner, Brandon Willier, Brian Capessa, Chad, Commandalorian, Evan Tanaka, Henley M. Who would that be? Who's
I don't know.
Henley M?
It's a stupid name.
I don't know.
Is that Australian or is that English?
Yeah, I think it's Australian.
It sounds like a noble name.
we got Jesse Kraft, John Jerome, Jonathan the D Hall, the famous D Hall in the house today.
That's right, Big D.
We got Impolo, Mech Mod, Native Lives Matter, Nipron, Pork Chop Poo, Robbie Wheat, Robert Newbold, Sean Patriarch, as Jesus likes to say it, the Mayo and Vaderholic. Guys, I want to thank all you guys for being Patreons, supporting Jesus with the money, even though he's not here. You know, we're missing this guy. We don't know where he's at. He's out, you know, probably, I don't know. But what do you guys do in Oregon over there?
I don't know. He's probably just working hard for that money, you know, making chocolate milk, I guess. So.
But why he's out there making chocolate milk and working hard? We're gonna teach him how to save some money so he can save some of that hard-earned money by going over to Stitcher Radio. And if he wants to go to Stitcher Radio at /premium, use the promo code HorribleGamers, all caps, no spaces. He can save himself some money on his premium subscription. I think it's a free month, Gunny?
You get a free month. So check it out, guys. There are some cool podcasts that you do get on there that are premium. The one that I've been listening to, it's called Too Horny to Recap.
Whoa.
That's TOOHORNY to recap. Oh, so this week's episode is episode 5, Boys to Men. Boys to Men. Check that one out, guys. But there's a lot of other good stuff over there.
Is that something I want to be able to listen to at work? Because that doesn't sound like something I want to listen to at work.
Maybe just listen to the GFNG podcast. You could do that.
Yeah, I'll listen to some GFNG at work.
Oh, man. Horny.
Jonathan's
horny to recap.
Sorry, I was subscribing.
There's probably a Warhammer podcast on there, but it's not premium.
Oh, all right. Well, shit. I'll have to check it out. I'll let you guys know.
Hey, also go over to Redbubble, guys. Go to Redbubble. Get yourself one of those Horrible Gamers T-shirts.
Shower curtain, bed sheets.
A clock. A block.
Yeah, I actually got myself. I can't remember if I mentioned it on last week's show, but I got myself a Horrible Gamers laptop case. It's all fancy.
I saw that. Okay, that was cool. I was busy. But I was like, where the hell did you get that from? That is cool. So it just happened to fit the one that you had?
Yeah, so I just measured it, and it was for an iPad. The iPad, like 15-inch Pro. And Redbubble does give you the dimensions of it before you order it. So I just took the dimensions and made sure mine worked, and it's a perfect fit.
Awesome, guys.
So
nice. All right.
I can carry my little 2-in-1 laptop around now in Horrible Gamer style.
I know there was one episode where me and Jonathan were both recording a GFNG podcast, and we both had our Horrible Gamer stickers in the background. And I know I still got a shirt that I ordered from you guys. I think this was like, I don't know how long ago you guys, the first time you guys had the market for the shirts and all that.
Yeah,
stuff.
that was Teespring. I think we were using at the time.
Yeah, I probably should get a new shirt. I've worn the fuck out of my other one. So
yeah, mine's got holes in it. I need to order a new one.
They're pretty dope.
Roughing it hard. That's awesome. Oh, well, shit. All right, so are we done?
Jonathan?
Are we done? Are we done?
We're
done.
What
was that?
We are done.
Making money? All right, we're done making money. All right, let's get on with some shit.
Plugs.
All right. Well, first off, how the fuck are you guys doing? I know
I'm currently swimming my way around here in Ohio. It's been raining nonstop for days, and yesterday it was just pouring and pouring and pouring, and next thing you know, we have flash flood warnings. And they're in Little Old Columbus, Ohio. They're putting up little flood walls and stuff.
Damn.
Some of the roads, and I have water leaking down in my downstairs, and just kind of a mess. It's like a lot of rain here, so that's what I'm getting to deal with.
Well, shit.
Good
yeah, we've been
weather.
getting. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. I love raining for that when it's raining for that purpose. But yeah, no. Yeah, we've been pretty wet up here in Oregon. But the other day was just kind of weird. We're having like those days where it's just all that what is it? Those that shit in the sky. That's in it. Not snow, but the fluffy white shit. Not snow.
The hail.
Yeah, or not.
Well, it's not very fluffy, but
no, not hail either. I'm talking about like the tree shit. The stuff like
pollen.
Yeah. It was just like all everywhere. Like it was actually pretty thick. It was insane. So and it was like just like hovering in the air. So it looked pretty surreal. It looked like it was snowing, but like in a freeze frame. And so yeah, that was fun. But yeah, other than that, yeah, our weather's been pretty tame out over here. What about down in California? How's the weather
actually, I don't know, because like I'm
How's the
just
weather?
south of you, but I know you get more rain. But it's weird being here where normally like we're super dry, but it actually like kind of rained a little bit last week, and then I think it was a couple days ago, like it was just torrential rains. Like I don't know where those even came from.
Yeah.
It was just super odd to like see all the flowers blooming from all the rain that we had. And then I think even next week it'll be in like the low 90s. So it'll be a change. So hopefully we're kind of coming out of spring or coming into spring, I would say.
I don't know. The weather's been kind of good for just keeping people the shitty weather's been good for like keeping people inside. As soon as this weather gets all sunshiny and nice, oh man, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah. So. Like I've been driving. I drove down to the Bay Area yesterday, and and of course I'm a truck driver, so I do drive around, and it's like there's just nobody on the road. I think, like you said, just shitty weather plus COVID-19 is just keeping everybody indoors.
Yeah. Oh man, driving around is great. I forget what traffic's like. Like I haven't
Me
seen
too.
traffic.
I haven't like literally I have not like experienced like had to like okay, I forgot we're all coming to a stop now because it's a parking lot on the freeway.
Right.
Yeah. Like 3 months of traffic.
Yeah, my commute to work, as I said before, was like a half hour. Now it's like 12 minutes. It's just like boom. It's so nice. But yeah, it's just shit. So weather's all right, everybody. So except for you guys are flooding. That sucks. Sorry about that. But all right. Well, shit. All right. Well, let's talk about some video games. Video games.
I played some. You played some. What did you play, Jonathan?
Me? All right. Well, here I'll go. I'll play some. I played some stuff. It's actually been an awesome week for gaming for good old John. One new game I kind of got into. I kind of posted online. Is this game Hunt Down? I don't know if you guys played it all or heard much about it.
Watching it on Twitch. Like there's a couple streamers that I watch, and so yeah, I was watching more of it. Yeah, but I've been watching it for like the last year.
Yeah, the game's fucking fun. It's a side scroller, just a shoot 'em up game. But it's like done in a 90s style. It's like the theme of it's rad. Basically, you're like a futuristic bounty hunter, and so corporation. It's kind of like RoboCop as far as like the vibe of it. It's like RoboCop meets the Warriors. So it's like the futuristic gangs are taking over the city, or there's corporations or now the government. And so they're sending you on these missions to take out these gang leaders and do stuff. And so, like the first gang I had to deal with was all these guys that, they're kind of typical like 90s, like cyber gangs. They have like, bright pink hair and like mohawks and, they look like kind of like, punks. And, but they were pretty fucking cool. The boss of that gang was actually this wrestler. And, he was just cracking me up because every time he would do like a suplex or like come at you, he would be like just saying all this funny like just old wrestling stuff like time for the suplex and all this stupid shit, and it's like I was just like busting up. But yeah, the game the controllers are tight, and it's man, I'm loving it. The second mission, you're like the second set of missions or whatever. So I took down that wrestler gang guy, and then next one was this hockey. It's like the misdemeanors, and there's like this hockey gang led by this one chick, and so I went in there and took all them out, and yeah, it's violent. It's pretty funny. One thing okay, so my only kind of beef about it is I have to just play by myself because it's basically a 2-player couch co-op game, but there's no online play. And so that's kind of weak. They need to fix that shit, especially the time of COVID-19 when I'm not supposed to go couch co-oping with my buddies.
Right.
So,
no.
Yeah. These companies need to be respectful of this shit and get that stuff fixed. But yeah, that's my only gripe. Because man, I love that game, and I would totally just be bugging the shit out of you guys to be playing with me, because there's like 3 different characters to choose from, and I've only been using the one, but it just seems like it'd be so much fun 2 players. But all right, so.
Okay, first of all, I remember you posted about this game, but I thought you said Hunt Showdown. That was that game that came out of early access for Xbox, PS4, and it's been on Steam as well.
Oh yeah. I thought you just had some like interconnect when you're like, I've been watching it for a year. I'm like, oh, typical Gunny.
No, this is a totally different game. This one's more of a first-person shooter.
It's done like, well, it's not for, it's basically a remaking like a 90s shooter, like a side shooter. So very much like, do you guys ever play? Yeah, very like Contra, Elevator, or shit. Damn, now I'm spacing the name of the. I want to say it's called like Load Runner or whatever, but yeah, old definitely Contra is huge, huge going towards it. So, but yeah, man, I've been loving the shit out of that game. It's like $20. It's definitely worth it. There's so many levels. Like I've been kind of doing like a session a night, and I probably put about like 4 hours into the game so far, and I feel like I'm only about like a third way through it. So it's good. Then the other game I've been playing is Deep Rock Galactic. They went with they did the actual release of the game like last week, and it's pretty amazing. It got a 9 on IGN's shit. So
what system are you playing on?
I'm playing on Xbox.
Okay.
Yeah, which
what was this on a game? What was this on game preview or?
Yeah, it was a game preview. So yeah, it was.
So what's different since released?
They've been doing so ever since the game came out. So it went on preview like 3 years ago, something like that.
Yes.
And and they've just been doing just quality of life updates. Like they have a really active online community, response team or whatever. So just quality of life upgrades between then and now. And I've been playing. I'll jump on every couple of weeks or whatever. And so I jumped on. I wanted to see what actually was going on with the updates, if there's anything like mind blowing. And I jumped on, and the game is definitely its peak. Everything is definitely fleshed out and looking nice, good progression system and stuff. One quality of life thing I thought was amazing that since I was playing is when at the end of it, when you go down, you're down in the tunnels, you got your you get your Morkite, and then you call for the dropship, and you know how Molly goes, your robot starts tracking back to the dropship, and you're supposed to follow it. And then, but then sometimes you'll the Molly will take like a direction you can't go, and then you have to find another way to kind of like link back up with it, or you get separated, but then somehow you get back on it. You see basically how Molly drops those like lights behind it, so you can kind of follow those lights. Before you would just have those lights to go off of. Now it seems like there's like 3 times the amounts of lights that Molly drops behind her. I can call her. And but besides just the lights, those lights now have arrows on them, so the arrows tell you which direction you're supposed to be running. Because I know sometimes, especially once you're like in those deep tunnels, you'll see those lights and you're like, shit, which way do I run? And it's, either you'll go in the right direction or you'll end up way the fuck deep in the tunnels. And that's fucked me over plenty of times. So
I think I've gotten into a firefight a couple of times on my way out, and you literally get turned around and you don't know which way,
Yeah.
And you start running back down. And you're like, oh,
I know.
crap.
Yeah.
Totally...
It's got like the worst map
the map
for it.
Yeah, the map is really rough. I
mean, you know what it reminds me of, John? You know what that map reminds me of is like
Star Wars.
OG Star Wars, definitely.
It reminds me, even though the new one, it reminds me just of the the Fallen
like they
Order
copied it from like Luke
thing,
Star Wars 1984 or something.
It's so hard to navigate. I feel that they did some tweaks to the map. Like they have it now where you could center on different targets. So I think they did some tweaking to the map to kind of try to help with it, but I still got pretty lost. But yeah, so I jumped on for a couple games, and yeah, they went smooth. Like the matchmaking system's awesome. So you can go in there and basically say, I just wanted to kind of get a taste of it again. So I just put the mining expedition on the easiest mode, and then search, and then it, got me into a group, and we just finished it out and did it. So. Anyways, the game's awesome. But yeah, it's funny though. Like that's one of those games where it started off $30, and then because they were doing this quality of life, it's like the only game I've seen that is more expensive now than it was at launch. So it's actually gone up in price. But
yeah, and that game is super cool. I only played it maybe a good handful of times. How long ago, Mayo? Like almost a year ago it's been, or I don't know, 7 months.
It's been 7, 8 months of it.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I was thinking around 7.
I know that they had. It was like you get like a couple hours 8-hour trial, or I mean, you got it like a lot of time.
Yeah, I think it was like a 2-hour trial back. They might have switched, but yeah, I was just bummed because you guys were playing on Steam, and for some fucking reason there's cross-platform play between Windows and Xbox, but not between Steam and Xbox, which is dumb.
That's right. I did buy it on Steam, but I played the early version on Xbox with the 2-hour free trial.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, the game, I just like it a lot. So it's good shit.
Probably pick it up next time it's on sale, so we could all join up.
Yeah. If I ever see it on sale, I'll definitely chime in the group because I can't recommend it enough. I mean, game's fucking great. It got a 9 on IGN, so yeah, those guys did a good job. So yeah, all right. So here, let me here. What I'll do is let me just give some Titanfall numbers, and then here, I'll just go through my shit real fast here. I don't want to talk too much, but yeah, we have so here we go, guys. All right, Titanfall 2. We have on the PlayStation is 4,441, and on Xbox is 6,062. So 2,000 more people on the Xbox than PS4. Titanfall 1, we have worldwide player count 325, 184 of those in attrition, 16 in frontier defense, 56 in the campaign, and 24 in last Titan standing. So, as always, all those modes have the appropriate amount of players that get good games. So, if you ever want to play Titanfall 1, it's still playable. So, yeah, get it. Oh, man. But, yeah, fucking A. I guess, oh, man. Yeah, I'll say that. I'll talk about in the news segment. I'll talk about my little grievances with Mr. Vince Zampella and what he's doing to my Titanfall, or not doing. But yeah, so and then here last before I pass it over, I've been playing Apex Legends as well, and that's good shit. I'm getting pretty damn good at that, and I get some wins in there. Last night I got 2 rounds where I was the second place team, and I so close. I could have fucking got it, but yeah, supposedly there's that new PvE mode that just came out today. I saw I have it in my options, so as soon as this is over, I'm probably gonna bust into that. But
hey, now whoa! You said a PvE mode. See, that's not something I'd be interested in because I like Division 2.
Yeah, so it looks like basically they're doing these things like these treasure hunts is what that new chick Loba is kind of like focused around her, but you can use whoever. But basically in a normal round of a game, you'll be playing and there's these treasure chests. You get 3, you eventually get 3 treasure chests. You're allowed to get 1 of them per day. So after, I guess you have to play for like 3 days maybe. So you get 3 treasure chests, and then all of a sudden you get access to these hunts. And the hunt is like basically you can play the hunt as often as you want once you have it unlocked, which is cool. There's gonna be 9 of them through the season. So the first one just came out today, and basically I'll choose it in my option, and I can either go in with myself or I can invite up to 2 players with me, and then the 3 of us will go into this. It basically, it's just PvE. So we teleport in. We have to go down into this one level. We fight these NPC like ghosts, like creatures. We fight our way through those, get a treasure, and then have to book it out and get onto a drop ship while those things are chasing us. I heard it's pretty damn intense, and I heard those things are damn scary. So yeah, it's gonna be cool. Only one person.
How?
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna ask. So you had to play 3 days to get the map to open up this mode?
Yeah, I think so.
Otherwise, you can't just go into this mode and play it.
Well, not you. Okay, so basically,
maybe got to be a certain rank.
No. It all you need is just 1 player in the team to unlock it. So since I unlocked it, I can choose this mode and then invite you guys to play with me. But if you haven't unlocked it, like say Alan, you're like, oh fuck it, I'll do this. If you haven't done anything if you haven't found those treasures or whatever, it's not going to be an option in the menu for you until you do that. But I can invite you and you can play with me without having done it. The only the drawback though is, I guess you get special loot, probably just some skins and shit when you do this mode, but you don't get the special loot if you didn't have it unlocked. So it sounds confusing,
Okay.
but basically,
It sounds pretty cool. I just don't like the idea that I have to play for 3 days before playing this mode.
Yeah, I know. It seems like it seems like some people who don't like that don't like battle royales. It'd be a good way for them to test the waters without having to fucking play battle royales or whatever. So
You have to play Battle Royale to
get it.
games.
I know. It's it's kind of weird. I do kind of wish they approached it a little bit differently, but I feel what's going to happen is it's going to be a case where I'll unlock it and then I'll bug friends of mine who don't play battle royales. I'm like, hey, jump on and play with this with me. This will just be a quick PvE thing.
And Jonathan, as you know, like I'm always down to like, because I don't care about that stuff. Like, oh, you're not going to get the proper XP and you're not going to get the.
Oh yeah, like I don't fucking care.
I just have fun playing it. That would be
Gunny, you drive me crazy with that, because last night we were playing Red Dead, and for like whole time you're like, you know what? I just want to play the Red Dead. We don't have to. I was like, no, get these things so you can get the XP.
Now I'm actually getting it. Yeah. So which is nice.
It's funny. I'm definitely in the same boat as Gunny. Like, I know there's some games where there's all these boosters and shit, and they're like, this will do this and this and this for all your stuff. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. Oh, and Destiny, it would always be like, let's go before we load up the strike. Let's go down to the tower so you can go get your bounties. I'm like, I don't fucking care. I just want to play the game.
Just having fun.
I kind of like the idea of what Apex is doing. Like, oh shit, have you played this? No. Oh, I haven't. You have to earn your way to play it, but you can also be the guy that just look at, oh, my friend got it, I'll just play with him.
Yeah, totally. And there's gonna be 9 of them, so I'm curious I'm definitely curious on these. They do look pretty short. Like I saw there was some speed runs on it today posted, and they're pretty short. They're like under 5 minutes. So I was like, fuck. So I don't know how long.
I will be down to experience it if you unlock it.
Oh yeah, no, game. I'll invite you for sure. So I'll definitely be wanting to run it with whoever. I'll post. But yeah.
As many times you want to once you unlock it.
Yeah, as many times as you want. So it's just accessible from then. So yeah, we'll definitely fuck with it. So all right, that's what I've been playing. Oh, and actually some Red Dead. But hey, Gunny, you said it. So let's go to you.
Hey, so Red Dead Redemption 2 Online. Because Alan, you mentioned it too. So yeah, I was shout out to Johnny Dahl, because he's been he's been inviting us like the last 3 weeks, 3 weekends.
Yeah, he's been trying to push and coordinate in it, and yeah, it's been good.
And so I kind of already knew that I wasn't earning any XP for doing any of those bounties or legendary bounties or any of that. So I was just having fun, just getting in there and shooting Jonathan in the face with my.
I just want to be the lackey,
dropping him off his horse, and yeah, just a ton of fun doing that. But no, thank you, Alan, because now, as of yesterday, like I have all the jobs unlocked, or tasks. What are they called, Alan?
They're like roles you can play as a what is it? Moonshiner, trader, bounty hunter, and collector.
Yeah. So now I have all that stuff. Like it's all active now. So now I'm actually earning XP for every little thing that I do. Which is cool.
And the cool thing is you do get unlocks for like different cool gear that you can purchase and kind of pimp out your character throughout the game. So yeah, I'm glad you got that unlocked. And kind of cost you a couple of bucks to unlock it.
Now that you've done that, I'm looking at my character going, man, I got like these Kmart clothes I need to get rid of, and I need to like I want to look like somebody at a quinceañera or something, you know what I mean? All decked out and everything with the cool hat, and yeah, it's like but hey, I got a question for you, Alan, because after you left and I actually, I got the itch, man. I'm going back. I'm going to go play a little bit more. I can go do some more hunting and get some stuff to trade, to collect. And, but hey, I went in and I noticed, I didn't notice it, but apparently it does default to offensive. Because I'm out there, I'm crouching down. I'm like, I'm going to get this little squirrel. And the dude comes up behind me and like shoots me in the back like a real player. I'm like,
This is my thing. As soon as I start the game, that's the first thing I check. My online status, if I'm offensive or defensive. I just put on defensive because I don't want to deal with anyone. It is fun being on offensive when you have a team, but it sucks when there's a team chasing you, and every time you're trying to like hunt a deer or trying to do a mission, or they're trying to steal your load of whatever the objective you're trying to complete. And it could be more fun, and I see why they had the offensive available and defensive, because if you do have a posse up to 4 or 7, so it can get more fun and challenging. But it sucks when you by yourself, like you were trying to kill a squirrel in your case, and then somebody trying to
I'm
like
just
tie
trying
you.
to kill an innocent
Gunny's
little
trying to
squirrel.
kill a squirrel.
This guy comes up
Everybody
and shoots me with a buckshot in the butt, you know?
You know,
And I'm-
I shortly into Red Dead, you know, the regular campaign, you're out there hunting bears. You know, only Gunny can jump into an online campaign and be out there hunting squirrels. Just saying.
yeah,
Well,
well,
you
you know, I'm
gotta
over
start
playing
from
baby mode here,
somewhere.
you know? That's what
That's
I
right.
do. We call easy baby mode over at
That's funny. Oh,
man.
when we were running around on horses and I cut that one player off. I thought it was Andrew, and I made him eat shit. And I was like, "Oh, dude, I'm sorry." And I like rode up on my horse, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's not Andrew." Like boom, and just like
all I see
blasted
is this message, dead.
me. Fuck.
That's funny.
Like that wasn't Andrew. So.
But anyway,
I
so
want to team up with Andrew and Gunny and a couple of you guys and play that game because it would be nice to just have a whole posse. Because I guess Gunny, you told me Andrew's got like up to 7 crew posse that we can team up in.
That sounds like that'd be amazing.
yeah, it's got like a permanent.
Doing a train heist with 7 players would be dope.
And I forget
Yeah.
too is, you know, the game's on Game Pass now because I haven't been on my Xbox a whole lot, and I have it on PC, but I also have it on the, you know, the Xbox One X. I just got downloaded now, and so I think I definitely need to get it downloaded so we can still, you know, possibly too.
Me and Gunny actually mentioned you, or like last night. We're like, oh man, Mayo needs to join us, and because then he's got the new Xbox and it's on Game Pass. So
Right, yeah, and I completely forgot. So that night, you guys were all talking about, you guys were kept saying "Cowboy Up" and stuff, and had the little funny videos, you know. And I'm like, yeah, what's that on? I'm like, does it have crossplay? And I can't remember who answered, but they're like, no, it's you know, but we're playing on Xbox. I'm like, oh, okay, you know, I guess I'll just go ahead and do whatever, you know. Completely forgetting it's on Game Pass now, you know. They swapped that
it's
game out.
amazing.
I saw that you were reading the
That is on Game
message,
Pass.
but I'm like, okay, so he would respond if he had the Xbox, you know, like if you had it. I just assumed you already knew.
Yeah, well, I knew. It just kind of blanked on it, you know. It's so new, and as a guess, a game I didn't expect to make it to Game Pass, and so every time I still hear it, I just think about it being on my PC and stuff, and not on my Xbox. And I definitely need to get it downloaded and hop on and set up, you know, that as an online character.
I'm afraid to see like I'm trying to like see. I will definitely jump on it as soon as you can because I don't know how long it's gonna be on there because they did take out Grand Theft Auto out of it, didn't they?
No, that just recently got added a month ago.
Well, I think they
Oh.
took GTA 5 out. I think GTA 5 was leaving, and
Yeah,
Red Dead came on. But
that's
I
what
think,
I figure.
I think it's gonna be
Yeah.
on for a little while. I think what they did, they just probably only wanted one game on Game Pass,
Yeah.
and they just wanted to maybe, since I don't know, because
You know what? Grand Theft Auto does have a huge community already, like online. I guess this game is the one that would need a bigger boost.
yeah. So
Since it's still newer and they don't have that many roles and that many things going on in a game. I mean, no, don't get me wrong. There's so much going on in a game. It's just not compared to Grand Theft Auto at this moment, just because how long Grand Theft Auto has been out so far.
Oh
Yeah,
man, wait. But hey, quick side note on that. Did you guys hear about the whole fucking purple versus green alien thing on Grand Theft Auto? Did you guys look into that at all, or
I've seen that. I didn't know.
they were talking
Yeah,
about on
what
the
that was.
IGN UK podcast, and I was like, what the fuck? And it was basically some guys basically it started off with a mod. I guess you could buy a green alien suit, and I guess some people were just going around in vans together as green aliens and thought it'd be funny to just like pop up on players and just beat them up and then drive off in their van and, you know, whatever, just as instances. And it caught on, so then more people were doing that. It became like a thing. And then so some other players started buying these purple outfits, and then they could attack the green aliens, and they were kind of being like defenders of the city or whatever. So then they were attacked. So all of a sudden there's these purple alien players like attacking the green aliens, and I guess it was just like getting out of hand and kind of taking over the subreddits of Grand Theft Auto. So
That's
some
fucking
players.
cool.
So then, some players decided that they're going to do like just to put it into an inn and do a grand massive battle. And it was like, it was like last Friday. And I guess it was supposed to be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All these players are going to meet up at the airport base and just fucking duke it out. And I don't know who won. I need to look into that shit. But I
could
guess
just imagine because all the vehicles that's available. I mean, they're not going to be having a fair fight. I can see helicopters landing, airplanes, different vehicles just attacking them. Because there's so much you can do in that game.
Yeah, and there is the also the the online PC version has a lot of modded things that are really cool, I think.
Yeah.
That I've seen
But
on Twitch streams where I'm like, how did they do that? Oh yeah,
You
it's
just
a
gotta be
mod.
careful there because you can't play online because you can be considered cheating. So you basically can mod, but you don't really want to play the online mode.
Yeah,
So,
but
a lot of that's single player stuff that the people are doing with the mod.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how, but I do have I don't play much of Grand Theft Auto online, but I do have a character created, and I played one day with one of my buddies, Chris, and then it's pretty cool because I had a gun. It's like I forget what is it, like a gravity gun or something like that, and you can just shoot this invisible whatever, like feel like this, I guess, like a whatever it is, like force, and just kind of destroy whatever's in front of you. Just kind of lifts it in the air, just pushes forward. But it's unlimited ammo. And it's super cool because it doesn't really have it's just basically a push damage that comes out of the like a gravity just pushes towards you or like pulls you away or something. But you can shoot it at the vehicle and just kind of flips them in the air as they're coming towards you. So it's pretty cool. And that's
invisible blast.
Yeah, it feels like like one of those Star Wars weapons, but it's actually a weapon you can use in the game. I'm not sure how I got it, but it was just there. And one day I was just like, oh, what is this? And I started shooting at it, and I was at the beach, and all I see is just like umbrellas and then like chairs just flying up. And I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. So I just went to the middle of a field, like a road, and I'm just shooting all the all the weapon out of the. At the vehicles they're coming and just like making a pile, and it's pretty cool that they let you do this, like adding kind of weird weapons in an online game. So they're kind of crossing a lot of lines, but it's kind of fun.
See, now that you just need that gun on Red Dead Redemption 2, so just
that's what I needed. I needed that yesterday. But hey, guys, going back to what I was talking about earlier with this, where that guy, and then I noticed that like I tried to run away, but then he shot and killed me. And then I respawned, and then it said, hey, your horse was injured by that other dickhead. So I'm like, man, I had like my skins on there and everything. And then Alan, it said, hey, you have no camp. I was like, what the fuck? I looked at the map. What, did you go and destroy my camp too?
Wow.
Well,
literally, I had to build a new camp. I was, oh my gosh. Why did my...
You're not burning all your shit down. He's like, burn, motherfucker.
They're like, I'll teach you to hunt my squirrels.
Gunny, you can put up the flag that does the like where like online you can put up a flag on your camp where other people can't attack it.
Okay, but I'm thinking maybe because he killed me and my horse that the camp disappeared, or because I don't know. See, now
also. The gigs guy, whatever, he moves. He can move your camp every now and then. I don't know if it's like randomly or if you had to ask him for him to move. Because I know like sometimes if you move your camp, like
I like the idea that this other player just burning all Gunny shit down. That's paints a better mental image.
Kill my pet squirrel.
But now first thing, I'm gonna make a sticky note. Offensive. No,
defensive. Man, I like that game. I had a couple of moments where I felt so bad when I was playing with Gunny and Andrew when we were doing that bounty hunter mission, trying to find those 4 guys. And and also a red dot popped up on my screen, and I was like, oh shoot, here's one of them. And then I went to shoot this guy, but then his dog jumping away, and I shot him and his dog. And it turned out they weren't on the bounty guys; they were just fucking NPCs. And I was like,
he murders the whole family.
Yeah, and then
East. Oh, I tell you.
No witnesses.
I felt like such a dick. I was like, oh my god.
Leave any witnesses for sure.
Yeah.
Well, now, Gunny, you know how to go on defensive now right away, right?
Absolutely. And then, actually, that was kind of cool, Jonathan, because I think there was a timer on that mission.
Oh, that's right.
Last guy with like 5 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah. We were scrambling. We got them all down in one, and we're like, just look around. And yeah, in the last 5 seconds, Andrew pulled it off. So yeah, that was good shit.
Yeah. All right. But moving on, guys, I played that Fallout 76 for it had that free weekend, and
I was wondering why you guys were asking me why I had it downloaded.
Yeah, because it was free for 4 days, but I think it was like on every system: PC, PS4, Xbox, and so I actually thought it was pretty cool. So Yeah. And so, sorry, my son is distracting me over here, sir. And
You definitely got all excited when they found out you were playing Fallout 76, right?
yeah, so
Our good old Commander Nips over there, he was all, yeah, somebody to play Fallout 76 with.
So no. I guess I could have downloaded on PS4, but hey, like most of my friends over here on Xbox One, but I actually quite enjoyed it. So because I never got to experience like the way the game was at first with just what were they called, the audio recordings or whatever that you would.
Yeah, how there's no NPCs, it was just the recordings, and then
but it's pretty cool. Like it does start out, and then you start the vault, you come out, and then there's like a couple of people you talk to, and they talk about this treasure. And so it's like a light story. It's nothing super heavy like it would be like in a Fallout 4 game. But and there's people you can go meet, like not far from there. You can just walk down there, talk to them about picking up other quest, doing other things that it just kept me busy, and I actually enjoyed it. So, and I think, and then at some point, like you reach a certain level, I think it might be 5 or 7, which you actually gain pretty quick, where it says, hey, now your PvP is in, is engaged, so now you can, I assume people can just come up and murder me. Some people had that like super power armor, and he's got American flags all over it, and he looks like, he literally looks like Batman versus Super, like the Batman. You just punch me one time and kill me. But no, so far I have not. Everybody's been super friendly, and everybody had their mics on, and they were willing to help me out. And hey, you're like, I see you're kind of building your house and everything. That looks cool. Do you want to team up and maybe go murder some mutants? And I was like, sweet, hell yeah, let's go. Yeah, everybody in the community was super cool. So I thought it was pretty nice. Johnny, I know that we joined up with him, and you know how Johnny is. He's very mission focused.
Yeah.
So I think for like hour and a half almost, like we just went in and we're just tearing dudes up, and yeah, that was super cool. But we basically kind of hit a wall where it was like, okay, this freaking super crazy mutant animal is like way too overpowered for us. So that's when we just kind of got off of there. But yeah, it was fun, and I kind of missed it. I was like, but do I want to pay $30 for it? I don't know. That's what it was on sale. I'm like, I just might wait. I've got so many games to play at this point, so I'll probably just hold off on it. But yeah, that was my experience with the free trial for it. And let's see, anything else? I can't think of anything. Oh, a little bit of Snow Runner. I don't know if you guys played Mud Runner.
Is that the snow version of Mud Runner?
Yeah, but it's funny because it's just another new game. I think it looks a lot better than Mud Runner. It looks like they updated the graphics a little more.
I was just going to make fun of it and just say they took the mud and just turned it white and made a new game. You said new graphics, so I'll give it a pass.
Yeah, this is a spoiler alert here, guys. But no, I noticed what happens is it starts you off in just a regular muddy freaking, mountainous area, and it's kind of giving you all the tutorial stuff. And then it tells you to go to, I think it tells you to go to the snow map, right? So you drive over to it, and it's almost like an instance, right? Where it actually, I want to say you have to load into it. And so, but it's a pretty big, large area, and it obviously has more, difficult hills and mountains, and the one thing I like about it only introduces you to a couple vehicles. So then it's just kind of up to you to how to kind of figure out how to get from A to B. That's really what it is. And so then it says, hey, you can go visit that third map, which is somewhere like over in Russia or somewhere in that area. And that one's just mud. So it's really just one snow map is what you get,
Oh man. Wait, so you're saying Snow Runner has more mud than snow?
More mud than snow, yeah.
Really? So it should just been Mud Runner 2?
Yeah, Mud Runner 2, yeah.
Oh man.
So what's the multiplayer like in this game? 'Cause I know you were asking me to get it and you wanted to play, and I haven't picked it up yet because I just haven't, I guess. But
a little weird. I'm thinking, how am I even going to explain this? So, okay.
There's mud, you see.
My truck.
You get stuck, you call a friend.
Right. Is that a winch thing where you have to come and like get your Jeep stuck in the mud and then
Like in real life, I was like up to my butt in mud, like literally until I raised the Jeep. Now I shouldn't have any issues with it. But no, but back to the game. So yeah, I mean that is like definitely okay. So let's say I invite you to my game, right? And you bring one of your vehicles. And so then hey, you could obviously help me get unstuck and vice versa, right? Right, we're gonna be 4-wheel drive mud buddy. But it's I don't know exactly. So what it is like you got to remember to actually put your vehicle in the garage, like when you're done.
The big twist.
when what?
If you don't, your vehicle will disappear. It's stupid as hell, but
Just like real life.
yeah, right.
In my neighborhood, at least.
Your vehicle.
Alan's over there is like, your vehicle will disappear if it's not put away.
Oh, shit, that's funny.
Yeah, like there's literally a button in there. So even when I'm playing the game, like because of the 3 different maps, it's like telling me that there's a word, I can't think of what it is, but it tells you to retain the vehicle. Like retain the vehicle. It's just it's confusing as hell. I don't know why they did it that way. It is what it is. But I thought the multiplayer actually looked pretty fun, like the way people were helping each other out. But it is a slow game. And I guess what I mean by that is like where, even if you're moving at full speed with no load, it looks like you're moving at 7 miles an hour.
Oh, yeah. I can imagine.
It's like a simulator game, right?
Yeah.
It's really a mud simulator is what it is.
All right. So, hey, Gunny, I got 2 questions for you. Okay. So what's better between Mud Runner and Snow Runner? Which one would you recommend?
Okay. So definitely Snow Runner because, again, bigger.
The snow and mud?
3 of them.
The one snow level?
More vehicle upgrades. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Second question. What would you like to see next on the runner series? Is there another type of environment run? Is there like water runner? No, I don't know. That one.
Probably like a jet ski runner or something. I don't know. Like
Jet ski runner.
Like marsh runner.
There you go. See now, wait a minute. You said Marsh, but you know what I'm thinking? Jonathan? How about
What's
Mars Runner?
Oh, Mars Runner. That was actually that's kind of thinking too.
Right,
that would be awesome.
I could drive my Jeep on Saturn. How about that?
And then you can get stuck and play the multiplayer mode.
Probably.
If you don't lock up your Mars Runner, some aliens come and take it. Like fuck you, aliens! Damn Martians!
Yeah, my vehicle. And then I'll have to bring you. You'll bring in the drop ship, is what you'll do.
Nice.
That's where they should go next. So, but yeah, that's all I've been playing, guys.
All right. Hey, Alan.
Yo. You know what? I actually, speaking of like Mud Runner and all the Snow Runner, I played for like 10 minutes a game that's kind of similar to it. It's just like a bunch of vehicles, and it's a Farmer Simulator 17. I think I've actually bought this game before it got on the Game Pass, or I got it before the Game Pass or whatever. It was on sale for like $5. I was just curious to I don't know, give it a chance. It was pretty cool. I did just kind of, man, the game is beautiful. Kind of, it does look fun, and there's economy system in there, and then the whole farming, and I just want to try the different vehicles, and the vehicles are pretty cool. I just want to go in a field and just destroy the field with a bunch of different vehicles. I had 4 different kinds of vehicles to give you in the beginning, but eventually you can get a bank loan. I kind of stopped playing the game because as soon as I pressed start and went to some of the tabs, it tells you you can get a bank loan for this, and then you can upgrade your vehicles, and then you can get different seeds and all this other stuff. And it's a pretty good game. It's just not something I want to sink into. But it's like one of those games you just want to give it a try, like Gunny just did with this game. I guess Gunny was kind of more interested in this game than I was. But the vehicles are pretty cool. There's a bunch of different buttons that you can press. activate a bunch of different things. And I've never been in a tractor. I've never been in none of these like a big cornfield tractors that pull these devices. And there's also a train that can like move like big loads from like Missouri to Ohio. I mean, it looked like one of those games that you will see actually in, like would drive in Missouri or Ohio and seeing these big cornfields with all these tractors. So I just gave it a chance. I was just bored. I think I was expecting a phone call, and I didn't want to like sink into a actual game will like kind of throw me off and distract me. So like, let me just fuck around with this, and it was pretty cool. I just don't think I want to sink into this because there's like so much you want to do into this game. The whole economy behind it interesting, but I'm not ready for it right now. And another game I played.
Oh, go for it.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna ask. Do you have a favorite kind of harvest that you were doing on there? Like,
man,
corn, wheat,
all I've seen was a corn.
Pumpkins.
I was just messing with corn because it was something that was already growing there, and I was kind of going over it. I do like the vehicles. And with like I think it was a right bumper, you can just kind of shift through like different vehicles. And as soon as you activate them and you start driving and do kind of explore them, and then you can just press the B button, which activates or hires a worker for you. And then all of a sudden, you just kind of kicks you out of the tractor and just gets a worker on you in the vehicle replaced where the vehicle you were in, and just they do whatever you're supposed to do. But it just looks complicated.
Hey, I got a question about that because I know what you're talking about. I want to say we got a review code back on Farming Simulator 17. And it was kind of like my first time playing that. But I know what you're talking about where you say, hold down B or whatever and it hires a worker. But isn't that a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Asinine? Where, why would I want somebody else to do the job? Isn't it my job to do the job? So, I don't know.
It's the whole. I think your job is to be a manage the farm, and then like if you're just doing everything yourself, then you're not kind of there's so much like different plots and different fields that you can grow different things. I know I had I don't know the vehicles names, and I kind of lost track of them because I was just kind of excited to try out different things. But there was one vehicle that had like a option to select what kind of seeds you want, and then you kind of plow through a field and just kind of seed the field kind of faster. So you kind of want to do. Kind of get yourself into different things, different, I guess, kind of hire different workers for different fields, so that way you can manage. Because the managing is a part where you kind of want to focus on like how much inventory you're getting, how much you're selling, or what's your like a loan on the property on all.
You're like, oh man, I just want to be mowing down corn.
Yeah, and then all I wanted to do was just jump on a tractor and just do things.
Like, can I hire a worker to do all the finances?
Can I just lay it a all day?
It sounds like work.
It looks interesting, pretty cool.
I know.
Like if you want to get into farming, and I guess like with all this COVID that's happening, if you want to kind of learn a little bit more about how to sustain yourself.
Hey, Farm Girls 20, it's their year, baby.
But the game is fun. Like I do
into the game. And just real quick, I had some old friends who were like hardcore shooter fans, and they were playing shooters. And one morning I jump on my Steam account, and like 4 of them were playing Farming Simulator like 2015. This is back in and I'm like, what are you guys playing? And they're like, oh, we decided to check out and just mess around with this farming game, right? I'm like, okay. So I just played it off. Next day I come home, or I wake up, I can't remember what it was, but I log in, and they're all playing Farming Simulator. And this went on for like a week straight. And I'm like, what are you guys doing over there? You guys seem to be like addicted. And so you can play like multiplayer as a group. And these guys were like, oh, this game's amazing. And it's all in depth. And they played that game for, I think, like 4 months before they actually quit.
Like real
playing
life out there, And
it's Ohio. It's, they could go out and do that if they wanted to.
Right, they can just walk outside and there are tractors right there. Yeah.
Right. You get to drive around them when, going to work.
Make some real money.
But it is a pretty cool game. And if you want to play with I think it would be a cool game to play with a team and just kind of see who kind of develops more money or inventory and whatever, because there is a huge economy system behind it where you kind of have to track like how much money is coming in and going out and how much you loan in from the banks and that kind of stuff. So there's a cool system to it. It's just with all these games out there, I don't want to sink into being a farmer. I do want to be a cowboy, so that's another game I was playing. Me and Gunny were playing for a couple of for one night, and man, like I know I had one day. I kind of mentioned it on our last episode in GFNG. Like I had like one day, in 3 days. Like I was thinking like 15 or 16 hours into it, and I'm just enjoying the fuck out of this game. Like I can honestly uninstall every game, maybe besides FIFA and Paladins, and
There's a
just
lot to
play.
do.
Yeah, there's so much
So
to
much.
do, and so many funny moments. I kind of cracked up and died a lot when when it was me and Gunny, and it was just so foggy, and we were trying to get to
Oh,
his moonshine shack, and then we seen on a river on a map, and we're like, okay, let's just go to the river, and then Gunny goes first, and just like he just falls down to this
like 200
um
feet to the bottom.
cliff. Yeah, and then we couldn't see. We knew it was something in front of us,
Because
but
of
we
the
couldn't
fog.
see how bad it was. And then it was a damn fog at night and everything. We holding our lanterns, and then all you see is Gunny walking down with it. I think he had a lantern. He just goes down and kills his horse. And then for some reason, my horse the whole time was being an asshole, just jumping around, throwing me off the off of it. I think I didn't feed it or something. It was just pissed off at me.
Yeah, it gets
Um,
grumpy. Yeah, for sure. And
and
then Alan falls off.
Yeah. So I can't control it. I see where Gunny fell, but my horse was just like, I'm gonna kill you with Gunny. He just went down for
Yeah,
it.
he's like, dude, if he went down, I'm going down.
Now I just picture like the old game Lemmings, where you just see like multiple people just like walking off the ledge.
Yeah.
First
like
Gunny
that.
and then Alan.
Well, I felt bad because like Gunny was like, oh, I don't know, Alan. This looks like a cliff. I was like, no, I don't know. It's just a fog because look at the river right in front of us. And river was right in front of us, but we didn't know if it was a cliff or a couple of rocks in front of us. And we found that the hard way. Like Gunny's horse died, and
The
then
waterfall.
like
My
when I
insurance
fell,
horse, but yeah.
yeah, he was insured, but the stable insurance for the horse. But when I fell down, I didn't die, but my horse was like critically really damaged, and then I landed right on Gunny's horse, and I think that's what saved me. 'Cause
My horse.
Yeah. That's
and
Yeah.
Gunny's like, no, my horse is not dead. I'm like, no, he's dead now.
He's dead now.
And then I see my horse like just in the water, like barely surviving because he has a plus, and he's just like, oh, please revive me. And by the time I get there, and just like you lose stamina just swimming, in the river, and he's like pushing you down. So by the time I get there, he's dead, and then it's pretty cool because if you do get insurance on your horse, I think it's like one-time purchase, and then you constantly have insurance. So he just keeps coming back, which is cool. Kind of cheap, but I like it.
You know,
I don't
it's they actually make you wait like what, 1 minute or something, or 2 minutes. It doesn't tell you. It doesn't tell you. You just try it after 2 minutes, and it'll come back.
I had a time where like just a random horse comes to me. I'm like, you're not my horse. What are you doing? And it's named by like my horse is named High Five, and then every time I call like my horse dies and I call a new one, and for some reason like for a couple of minutes, like you say, Gunny, like a strange horse will come to me, and it's like, oh, it's named High Five, but it doesn't look like my horse. And then like eventually just if you just get off that horse and your other horse just appears. It's
Well, I
kinda
think
weird.
the reason I think I figured out the reason they do that is because you can't fast travel from. I mean, they're very far and few between the fast travel points, so
Yes,
they don't want you to have
the
to walk all the way home.
Yeah. But yeah, so that game is so much fun. I'm glad you're gonna get all them those roles unlocked, and then this way you can get actually achievements. And I guess XP. One thing I didn't like about maybe it's just me bitching about this, but like once you unlock, for example, like a bounty hunter, and then you can unlock with these tokens. Like different gear and different like outfits or the different skins for your guns, which are pretty cool. But once you unlock them, they're not yours to just put on. You have to go back to the shop and then purchase them, and then like they're pretty expensive. So you have to grind to unlock, and once you unlock it, you have to purchase it with the money that you don't have. So
Yeah.
it's like to get this gear, and I haven't seen anyone really having any kind of pimp ass gear besides one random dude I played one of the missions with, and I was like, oh shit, this is pretty, and it was a chick or something, and he had a pretty cool gear. I guess they grinded the shit out of the game. But you know what? I kind of appreciate that too, just because work for it. Just I don't want it to be too easy because I do enjoy the fuck out of this game.
Well,
There's
people
so
would
much
quit.
to do.
People would quit. Like they would lose interest too soon.
Yeah, and then once you get everything you want, you just like you said, you lose interest in it. But there's something about this game when I'm supposed to be tired and I'm tired, but I'm just like I don't care. I'm by myself. I just want to roam around and hunt. And there's something just so much fun about it when you're just hunting. And I kind of figure out like some like a deer or animals that you can kind of rope, and then like you lose stamina holding them down, but then you just kind of rope them and then come near them and press B. I wish I had to show you guys how to do that, and then we kept losing the one elk.
Well, because it was a big elk, and I noticed like I was doing it with deer yesterday with no problem. Like I would rope it, and then boom, I would get the B. But I guess for the elk, it did say that those are might just be a little harder to get. So maybe you need 2 people.
Yeah. And you do lose a lot of stamina holding that thing down. And that one time I was like holding it down, and it was just telling me hit a B to kill it. But I was like, no, Gunny, I'm going to hold it here for you. Come here, do the experience it yourself. And then like I'm noticing my stamina is just draining, just holding this damn thing. And then by the time you got there, you just like kicked me and just kind of ran away. But a lot of times, like when you hold it, I'm just afraid the thing is just gonna charge me because he's got this antlers just in front of your face where you just hold it and it's like, oh, should I kill it or just wait? But it's cool that they don't have him like aggressive enough to kill you, because I know some of the bears and animals will kill you. But shit, I guess that's enough of Red Dead. I did play Paladins. I grinded a little bit just to unlock a couple of skins. Red Dead is just keeping me away from every other game, honestly. Even FIFA, like I'm just enjoying the fuck out of Red Dead. I did play Paladins, like I said, and I did play FIFA right before the damn show, and I was trying to get a rematch against the FIFA Roll 10. Shout out to you again, dude, mate. He whooped my ass 5 games again. Like last time we
Is
played.
that where you're sitting? What looks like a wheelchair over there? He beat you so bad you're sitting in a wheelchair.
Right, you're all beat up now, huh?
Yeah, I gotta use this chair right now.
Hey, is that the guy you were talking about last week? Who beat you 10-0?
Yeah, he 9-0, but yeah, Gunny.
Not 10-9.
This rub
Close.
I told him, I hit him up, hey, dude, you hurt my feelings, you whooped my ass. Okay, before I start, like, I highly recommend check out my clips, because I am really good at this game, and like sometimes I get like I don't want to score shitty goals, so I do a lot of rainbow goals and a lot of trick goals, and I'm having fun with the game. But this dude just shut me down constantly. We played 5 games. He won every one of them. Like there was like one game where I had a chance to win, and I just felt like he was goofing with me. But he scored 18 goals versus my 3 in 5 games overall. So like I didn't lose not one game more than I think 5.
Man, I'm just thinking like was his next message to you just uninstall?
No, he was pretty good. Like constantly we kept talking through it. And he was like, dude, if you want any more help and hints, because he was telling me like he plays soccer. He trying to try out for like I guess I don't want to give his personal information, I guess, but he did try out like for a couple of teams in like a I guess Chicago Fire, and then there was like one of the teams like, oh, I'm gonna play with this team because I try out for them. I was like, oh shit, you also play soccer? I play soccer, but like I guess not as professional as him or like as much as him. And I'm 35. He's way younger too. And then I played Sporting City, which is like Kansas City, like a Missouri team. So that was the only game that I kind of had a chance. I was up early. I scored a goal before him, and he just ended up beating me like 4-2 or 5-2. But every game I lost. Like I scored 3 goals in 5 games, which is embarrassing. Like one game I had no shots on a goal. This dude just and he just kept shutting me down. Like everything I kept trying, he was just like shut down. I kept, and then I had to play, and he's like, oh, you're doing this, like you're running this formation. I'm like, yeah. And then like every time I'm running this formation, he just destroyed me. And then every time we were playing with these like random teams, like teams that I usually don't play with, and I would just leave the formation the way it was. Just play. I don't kind of mess with anything. Just leave the game the way it was. Like for example, we played Colombia versus Hungary, and that was a good, interesting game. I scored, I think, a goal or two, but I changed the entire way I was playing, and I hated playing the way I was playing. But
Well, that's the way you have to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Right,
and
you
that's
got to
what I
break out of that
had to
comfort
do that.
zone.
Well, he kind of figured me out the way I was playing, and then he was playing for like 6 minutes halves in this game, and then like 6 minutes in real time, but it's 45 minutes in a game. So they kind of, you know, I'm trying to explain how it goes. 45 minutes in actual game is like 6 minutes in real life. So it's 12 minutes games. And then he will play the first 6 minutes just random, like different style, different formation, different whatever. And then he switches back to his style and it just destroys me. So like for the first half, I'm having a chance, and then he just takes everything away from me. And shout out to FIFA World 10, dude. Like honestly, you are better than me. Like he scored one goal, and this is why I said like check out my highlights on CFC Leo 10. Like I have beautiful highlights of amazing goals.
Check out my
But
highlights.
this guy scored a goal like that. He like most of the goals that I score is by a rainbow, and he did a rainbow on me. Like no one ever has scored a goal like that, like on me. And I was like, shit, dude, you're like not just destroying me, you're embarrassing me with my own move. And then he showed me another move, and I kind of learned how to. I always noticed how to do like this move, but I never knew how to do it. It was really complicated. So he kind of showed it to me. I didn't get a chance to practice it, but the whole time he's dribbling like around 6 of my defenders and like midfielders, constantly just out dribbling everyone, doing this move constantly over and over, and just destroy me. Like I can shut down people with my defense, but but most people are not good at dribbling. Like most people are just really good at sprinting really fast, doing this bullshit side when like cut to the side, like I bitched about it last week's episode, and then score. This guy is like, I'll shut him down, but he will still out dribble me. Like he's honestly just better than me. Like I hate to admit it, he's fucking better than me. It's fucking painful, dude.
You need to get your brother in there. Get
dude.
Like
my
drugs,
brother.
you need to get good. Get good.
Well, the thing is, like, my brother and Danny and all my friends complain about how inaccurate this game is, and this guy is like so accurate. He's like he beats me. I mean, he will put them to like he will bury them. Like he will make him uninstall the game or quit. Like I haven't quit the game. I was just like, but like you know what? When somebody is really good, like I have friends that claim they're good. Everyone beats me and I can beat everyone else. Like, you know, you can win and lose. I have not beaten this guy yet, so I'll give him his credit. This guy is fucking good. So, like, I hate to say, like, you know, I always claim I'm FIFA King, whatever, because I'm fucking good, but this guy is just next level fucking good. And then he told me, like, there was another guy that he plays, and he didn't tell me his gamer thing, and this guy was like, oh, he beats me every time 12-0. I'm like, fuck you now. There's a guy that beats you 12-0? Like,
he's going to add him on to your friends list.
Well, welcome to the big open world of having somebody better than you around.
Oh man! But you know what?
Online gaming.
We were talking about like which game like we liked, you know, from FIFA, like back, you know, like you know, from 15, 16, 17, whatever games, and you know, I do like this one the best, but I've never reached Division 1 in this one, and the highest division I was in 4, and then I got relegated. But I think FIFA 16 I did get to Division 1, so I did play with some of the tougher players, but he just this guy just runs all these competitions. He plays all these tournaments, and he's just fucking good. He's just better than me and just next level. So big huge shout out in GFNG to FIFA World 10. I mean, his name is FIFA World 10. I should expect fucking something. But that's the only game. I mean, man, this was right before the show. I was like, dude, I'm done getting my ass whooped. I gotta go to record a show.
Well, Alen, he probably seen your gamer tag and was expecting something too, and he was probably disappointed. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. He's like, oh,
I was gonna lose this one.
Well, no. I said last episode, you know, down here is like the FIFA King of St. Louis or whatever. But that guy's like the FIFA King of the world.
Right. That's what I say. I said, welcome to the real world. You get to the big open world.
I know. So yeah.
It reminds me of like when you're like where I'm at here in Ohio, like we have high school sports and you're playing, say you're like in a Division 4, like where I grew up, I was in a really small school and we were Division 4 and we're playing basketball and we feel like we're really good in basketball. And then you started getting into like Division 1 players, when you start getting introduced to them, you're like, oh, okay. There's a completely different level there. And I think you probably just ran into something like that. You probably just, run into somebody completely different level.
Well,
but, you can take that and learn from it too. Alan, you can get to know this guy or whatever and play. And the more practice you get against him, it's going to just help you in the long run. Even though you're taking beatings now, you're going to learn from it.
Well, honestly, and the reason I'm honestly giving him a shout out because he's not an asshole. He's not like a dude just like, oh yeah, whoop your ass.
Uninstall.
Yeah, he was like a first game like that I lost 9-0 and I forgot what I said, but I was like, dude, how are you I messaged him. I was like, how are you passing this fast, accurate and hard? And he showed me and I was expecting like, him talking shit, but he's like, if you want to talk some more, and like he was giving me hints, like he told me how to do this move, which I haven't tried yet. So I really appreciate anyone that's like willing to, show me something. Because I usually hate taking advice on FIFA because I really think I'm that good.
Hey.
But this guy really showed me that there's a different level of gaming. And man, I really thought I shut him down the one moment and with my defense. And he just did something that I don't see other people do. Like he was dribbling and he was dribbling good. Where most people just dribble and then just like get lucky and then like don't finish really good. This guy was putting shots on targets like he hit the post a couple of times like, oh thank God, and then he scored a goal. I was like, oh, it's offside. I'm like we were in a party and I'm sure he's laughing his ass off. Like I'm just like talking to myself. Oh yes, the post. Oh, it's offside. That didn't count. And he's just like, I'm sure he's just laughing his ass off and like I'm just like, but like again, he wasn't a jerk or. I'm surprised how nice for a young guy he was because he was showing me things. But he did tell me he does practice all these in FIFA. I've done it before because I'm kind of when I'm waiting for my friends or whatever. FIFA has this like practice round where you can do practice passing, practice shooting, practice all this, and he does all that stuff, which I hate practice.
All right, Alan. And that's sucking this guy's dick. Are we ready to go there?
Man, you know what? If you run into someone that's super fucking dope in Apex, you will be
No. Complete. I know what you mean. There's this guy. I mentioned him on this podcast before. Whenever I do those Titanfall studies, there's this guy Dino Rush. He's just like he's a next level player. Like people don't understand. I don't understand what the fuck he's doing. Like how. Like I'll be watching the screen. I'm like I do not. Like I'm good at the game. I know everything about the game, but I don't know how he's doing the shit he does. It's just like.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's like, dude, what the fuck? I'm just like, yeah. And yeah, it's crazy. I've seen that player. And, even in Classic back in the day, like I'm good at chess, like against normal players. But yeah, there's that level of like pro players or people who are in the, like, it's just a next level dedication is weird. But, yeah.
But that's all I've been playing. What about you, Mayo? Is there any other game that somebody's been whooping your ass in and you just kind of want to quit?
What's up, Mayo? What's going on?
No, I haven't had any multiplayer whoopings here lately, so I've been pretty safe on that end. Pretty much everything I've done this week has been single-player games, and I was kind of trying to figure out something to play the one night, and I ended up picking up a game that was really cheap on Steam, and it's a game that when it comes full release, I guess it's going to be released on the next-gen consoles. So it's something I'm like, oh, cool, I can kind of check this out, and this is like an early adaptation of the game. And the game is called Bright Memory. And this game you can get on Steam right now for $9.99, and they're saying it was going to be episodic, and so it's going to be in episodes, kind of like your games, kind of like what was it, like in like Wolf Among Us and Telltale games and stuff like that, or something like that, where you're gonna be able to pick up different episodes. But the game is a first-person shooter with slashing and melee elements built into the game, and also a little bit of like telekinesis type powers and stuff like that. The game reminds me a lot of I don't know if you guys ever played a game called Shadow Warrior, I think. Shadow Run.
I think it's Shadow Run. I never played that, but
it's like a hack and slash first person game, high action. but it reminds me of that. And so the game, what's really cool about the game, and when I first found out about it, is I was talking to Bill Gardner in the Facebook group, and he was recommending it. And so I'm like, I'm going to check this game out because he was really enjoying it. I was looking for something to play. $10 invested, no big deal. So I picked up the game, and this game looks really, really good. And this game was only made by one person. He's developing it, making it, and all this stuff, and he is doing all the work himself. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to support him. You know, it's cool. It looks good. It looks interesting off the video, off the Steam video. So I'm going to pick this game up, play it, and it does. It looks really good. You would think this game is made by like a AAA company. The polish and the amount of detail into this game is really, really good. Nice. But the thing I did notice right away as I was playing it even has RTX support. So like for the new 20 series graphics cards, you have the ray tracing, and it has the reflections off of people's armor, and the water puddles have reflections, and I'm not sure how hard it is to implement RTX into a game, but he has it in there, and he's made this game by himself. So, you know, kudos to him for putting that work in and making this game look so good. The thing I probably had the hardest time with was some of the controls. I felt like as a first-person shooter, it was good, but when you started getting into the melee combat, when you had to use your sword and stuff would kind of run up on you, it was almost like this camera was too close. And so I found in the settings where you could actually zoom out your FOV, which is, you know, your frame of view, and that helped a little bit. But there's still times where it has that Doom feel. You go in and you have a little bit of a puzzle, and you kind of get into an arena, and bad guys will start spawning, and it's kind of a darker level. And you know there's enemies around, and you're kind of shifting left and right, and you're turning, but you're getting hit from your left and your right, and you don't know what's there a lot of times. Like, I don't know if you just can't hear them, or if it's just, like I said, like an audio issue, but you just feel like there's enemies that come to your sides, and you get like almost like cheap shots on you, and you're like, oh crap. So then you kind of move, and you're trying to readjust, and it seemed really difficult in that aspect. But the game is really fun, and it's kind of unique in the aspect of you have like it's like a sci-fi world, a shooter with your telekinesis, and you go into like a second dimension, and it has like real people you're fighting, but it also has like undead and like a minotaur looking guy. He's kind of like somebody you fight under early on, and you have to just use different combinations. You have this EMP where you can make everything kind of fly up into the air. Everything's very stylish. So you think of something like a first-person Devil May Cry almost thing. Oh, it even has a score, like your combinations of what you're doing and different moves that you can do, and it will give you a rating.
So you said there's shooting and like sword action?
Yeah. So you have your regular guns, and I think at this point I've unlocked 3 different guns, like a pistol, some kind of AR, and almost like a shotgun. And you have limited ammo on those, but you have enemies get close to you on the keyboard. You just hit E, and it's a melee attack. But you also have like 3 or 4 different options off your melee attack on how you can do it. And then you have like an ability that is kind of associated with that, and it's on a cooldown. And you have like 4 different abilities. You have like an EMP ability. You have like a side dash ability to move to kind of get out of danger. You have like your regular slash, and you have like a kind of like an overpowered slash, or hurts a whole bunch of enemies in front of you. And then you have some other stuff you can unlock, and you got skill points you can unlock in your character to make him better in different things. You, instead of having like an EMP, you could do something like you would like Alen was saying in Star Wars. Like you would almost have like a force push, and you could knock enemies way back away from you, and give yourself some distance and stuff like that. And it's just kind of a crazy game. Like, I was really surprised for $10, the amount of polish that it was, again, because it was made just by the one guy. And I did run into a little bit of issues control-wise, you know, here and there. So that's probably where it fails probably the most. But it's not a bad game for $10. And again, this is something that's going to be coming to the Xbox eventually. It's going to be on the Series X. I think it's announced the PlayStation 5. The game looks really, really good. And when it does come out, I guess they're going to rename the game. It's going to be called Bright Memory Infinite. And it's going to be a big full release game. And right now, but it's episodic. But they did say when I did buy it and I launched it, they give me a little thing saying that, you know, I will get full release to the game when it comes full release. So I don't know if I'm going to get, you know, one big game or how it's going to work. It's kind of vague. But so far, it's kind of like an early little preview of something you're going to see on the next-gen consoles, and a game that is...
Sound like I'm really going to like this game. I've never seen gameplay of it. Sounds like something right up my wheelhouse.
And it's kind of like a Japanese art style to it. It's got some kind of cool music and.
That's the game that they showed on the Xbox preview thing there. The
2020, last week.
I didn't get to watch the preview, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it was like one of the first games they showed. It was the one that was made like one guy. What
was it called again?
Like it's called Bright Memory.
Yeah, no, it's totally that game.
Infinite is what the Xbox title is going to be.
Yeah, it's like I thought it was called like Bright Future Infinite or Bright Memory Infinite. But yeah, it looked cool. Yeah, it looked like it definitely had like the controls. It was very much like Titanfall. It had like double jumps and wall runs and stuff. Yeah. Well, we're gonna see.
So far, like I said, the controls are probably my biggest issue. The polish is great. The idea of the game is pretty fun. You start off in this mission and it's all stylized, like you're this agent that has this invisibility cloaking type suit, and so you take out an enemy and the game just starts you right in the action, and you're like happen to steal some kind of thing, and you're going to and you fight a couple of different enemies and you get ready to hack it. All of a sudden this enemy team shows up like mercenaries, and you get into a little firefight with them, and it kind of teaches some basics. And this big explosion happens, and there's this like portal that kind of opens up, and it sucks all you guys into it. And so you wake up and you're in this other world, and there's like different creatures and stuff, and you're trying to figure out what happened. And you start running across some of your regular enemies that would have been sucked up in the world with you. And then you have the mythical type weird creatures too that you run into, like flying bat-like creatures that throw like a some kind of propelled attack at you. And then you got like these werewolf type characters, and you have like these dog type characters, and you have human characters. So it gives you a little mix of stuff, but it's very stylized. The music picks up when you're getting into fights, and I can see where it could be fun down the road. They keep adding to it, and you get some help.
Well, yeah, maybe. I mean, I was just saying like last episode. Yeah, my weirdest thing about that game is the fact there's one person, and which I mean, I know one person can do cool things like. I know, right. Ryan gives a message. Gibbs messes me about
Sacrifice.
Oh, what's that game called that me and him like a lot? It's Dust.
Elysium.
Yeah,
Elysian Tale.
I enjoy the fuck out of that game, but yeah, I could see where that one's like a one-person project because like it's very intimate, and there's like there's a scope on like so much you could do on a side scroller thing or whatever, but this one just like for as much as they're leaping into all these options and all the shit you can do, it just seems like that's either that one person can't be sleeping and it's just on fucking crack like all the time, or
how many animals and monsters that person drank.
Yeah, they just need Xbox needs to get that guy some help. Just hire him a team. And let him
just buy him in general and just put him with give him a studio.
Like
put him in a room, buy him a pallet of Red Bulls. Right? A freaking pallet of Doritos. There you go, buddy. How about it?
Get him let him oversee some shit. Just make it work in his vision. But yeah, that's just too much work for one person. I just can't see it being done. But I mean, who knows? Maybe he's been working on it for like years, and it. I didn't know there. So Alan and let's see, Mayo. You've been saying that there's a fucking so that you've been playing this on PC, or it's been on PC?
Yeah, this is on PC. I'm not sure how long it's been on Steam.
Shit. Yeah, I actually didn't know about that until you said it. I was like, wait, because you said the name of it. Like, whoa, I was just trying to puzzle all that shit together, and I was like, oh, that is you guys are talking about that game, so that's crazy. So yeah, So
it was released on Steam early access. It looks like on January 2019, and then it's leaving early access March 26, 2020.
What episode is it? Episodic now, or is it going to be episodic?
I think it's going to be episodic because the version I got is literally just called Bright Memory, and it doesn't say anything about being episodic or anything. And then when you launch the game, it says, hey, this game's going to be turned into Bright Memory Infinite. And it's going to be a fully, released game, and you're going to get full access. It says, like, don't worry, since you're an early adapter to the game, you're going to get full access when it comes, to a full game. So we'll see. I don't know. It's kind of vague on how they do it, but
No, that's kind of cool.
Did they say it was Game Pass or just Xbox, like store?
I think it's just Xbox.
Just Xbox. Yeah. I'm kind of curious on a lot of these because a lot of those were like third-party games they were pushing. So I don't know how many of those I expect on Game Pass, but yeah, we'll see.
But maybe there's something that'll help him out down the road too. Is if he gets on Game Pass, he gets a little bit of we don't know how that works.
Oh man, see now
what money they're getting, but
yeah, that'd be awesome if it was like if it was a one-person game. It'd be cool if it was an episodic thing on Game Pass. I can see that actually working out, but it sounds like they're gonna go from episodic to a full game on the full release. But all right, anything else you've been playing, Mr. Mayo?
Yeah. So another game I picked up too is this is something that's actually on the Xbox Game Pass. I know it's on the PC version. I'm not sure if it's on the Xbox version. Just because it was getting some talk earlier. We've all talked about Streets of Rage 4 and that's good old side-scrolling beat 'em up. I was really excited for that game and enjoyed it. And I played it for a little while. Like I said, I played about halfway through it. But there's another side-scrolling beat 'em up that was out a while ago, and this game was out on PC for quite a while, but it came to Game Pass, and I was kind of like, it's something I never picked up on the PC, and I always thought sounded kind of interesting, so I kind of wanted to give it a shot. And since now it's on Game Pass, why not? It's going to be nothing but time. And so the game is called Mother Russia Bleeds, and I'm not sure if it's
I've been seeing you play. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah,
I've been seeing on that.
So Mother Russia Bleeds is basically a real pixelated looking version of Streets of Rage 4. It keeps more to that, I would say, Super Nintendo kind of graphics.
Did you ever play the old like Metal Slugs?
So 16-bit?
Yeah. I would say it's 16-bit. It's a side-scrolling beat 'em up, just like your typical Streets of Rage or Double Dragons and stuff like that. You have like 3 or 4 characters to choose from, and they have unlocks for these characters. So these characters have problems. So this game is a little more dark and adult oriented in some aspects, but there's some language. They drop a lot of F-bombs in the game, and they do this and that. But nice. Your character. You start off as like this. I picked a girl character because I always like Blaze, like in Streets of Rage and stuff. So I picked this girl character, and it has a little plot and a little story behind it. And it talks about how like you're this prize fighter for this guy, and so you're doing this warm up, and it teaches you how to play the game. And you're going there and you're beating up bad guys over and over and over. And he's like, okay, this is the basics of the game. So then the game goes to a little story, and you're going into a fighting ring, and you're his prize fighter. And he's like, betting all this money that you're gonna win, and so you go into this little arena on the game, and there's just mounds of bad guys coming at you like a typical side-scrolling fighter, and you beat them all up, and your little manager guy comes out, and they're like, yeah, you won, I knew you could do it, and all of a sudden all these military guys show up, and they take your boss away, and you get like knocked out. You're trying to fight them off, and you get knocked out, and you wake up, and you're in a cell, and your character looks all like strung out. The hair's a mess, and you just all look like you're going through withdrawals, and that they're injecting some stuff into you, and your character's like, I need this, and you end up killing like this little it's a guy in a hazmat suit, and he's the guy that's injecting you. And so your character, you kill that guy, and you're busting out of this prison, and so you're doing your side-scrolling thing, and guys are coming at you in hazmat suits, and you're killing them and beating them up, but they're dropping these little vials, and you can inject yourself with these vials, and it makes you stronger, awesome. and it heals you. So you can heal yourself. You keep injecting yourself, and you're getting yourself healed up, and you kind of go through. But you have another way you can do it too. Is like when you inject yourself, it puts you in like a rage form where you're stronger and you can do more damage, and I think it unlocks maybe some more combos and stuff, and so you can like start beating up bigger guys and stuff, and it's pretty wild.
It's a slam and drug simulator.
Yeah.
You know what? Jonathan Mayo, can I just be weird on here? Can I just get goofy? Jonathan, you know what we really need? I'm just listening to Mayo talk about this game, but you know what we really fucking need? We just need a G.I. Joe and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles team up, side-scrolling, 16-bit style graphics.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Why G.I. Joe and Ninja Turtles? That's a weird combination.
I just thought it would be awesome. You know, wouldn't it?
Jesus.
It just
I never heard Gunny so excited.
that just sounds so cool, doesn't it?
That's quite the cross up there. I remember
that's the mashup, man. That is the mashup.
When I was a kid, man, they did that mashup of G.I. Joe and Transformers. I could see that one a little more, but like G.I. Joe and Ninja Turtles.
Also, Snake Eyes and Storm started duking it out, and also Michelangelo was like, "Hey, dudes, what's up?"
Guess it was a pizza.
Taking drugs. I've tonight. Mayo, if you really like this game, another one since I didn't like that Streets of Rage 4. Another one is that I enjoyed. I actually paid for it. It's called Raging Justice, but it's more modern graphics on the whole Double Dragon thing. So I believe it's on Steam. I bought it on Xbox, but I enjoy that one way more than any of those side-scrolling.
So wait, did I hear you right? So you didn't like Streets of Rage 4?
It's not my thing. I didn't care for it.
Did you grow up? Were you? I mean, in the arcades and shit, did you play like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and?
I like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but my
Double Dragon and.
My brother was more of a fighter, Shinobi and all the
man. Yeah, Shinobi's great.
All the fighting games.
I don't know how much money I dumped into Double Dragon when I was a kid. I remember when I would go to school, our school would let us walk up. I grew up in a very small town of like 1,000 people, and our school was basically K through 8. And so in my probably like 6th grade years or whatever it was, once you hit a certain age, you could walk uptown for lunch, and we had two little restaurants up there. And so we would walk uptown and we would like just take our lunch money and just change it into quarters. And the one little place it was like a little pizza joint. They had a couple arcade cabinets in the one corner, and it had Double Dragon in there. So we would just take our lunch money and just pump it into Double Dragon on our whole lunch.
I did the same. My high school had the same rule, and there's a pizza place right next to our school, and they had an awesome like pizza deal for lunch. But basically, I would just grab a slice and then play. They had a Street Fighter machine, and I was just I was just wrecked shit. It was awesome too because like always fucking jocks and stuff in school that would just like be that were obviously popular and whatever. I was just like kicked their ass at Street Fighter, and it was very satisfying. So.
Yeah, for me, it was any racing game there. That was my jam. Like if there was a racing game, Spy Hunter or anything like that arcade.
Spy Hunters. Yeah, that's another jam. Good shit. Oh man. All right. Okay. Sorry. Nostalgic though now. But yeah, man. Pizza places in high schools and video games. Good shit.
All right. Ready to derail you, Mayo. That's how we do it. That's how we do it on the Horrible Gamers GFNG.
Oh yeah, we're good. And just one more thing. I guess we can't have an episode where we talk about the evil Epic Store. So I'm sitting here bored one night trying to figure out what to do. And I'm talking to Jesus over here, and all of a sudden I'm like, I want to see what's on Epic, So I jump on, and Epic is having their big sale, I can't remember if it's like a spring sale or whatever it is. And they're going back to their coupon thing. And last time they did this coupon thing, it worked out really well for me. I ended up buying like 4 or 5 games. So I'm intrigued now. So I've logged in, and I start shopping right away, right? So I have this $10 coupon, and I'm like, okay, what am I going to waste my money on, And I started scrolling, and the first thing I see, and I've been thinking about buying this game a couple times, and it was Far Cry New Dawn. So they had it for, I think it was normally like $40. I can't remember what the normal price was, but they had it marked down to $15.99, and then they had a $10 coupon off. So I got the game for $5.99. I'm like, oh, I have to buy it, So I can't not buy it. So I buy it for $5.99. I'm like, oh, cool. And when you buy one game with that coupon, they give you another coupon. So knowing how this works, I keep scrolling, and I come across Far Cry 5 for $14.99. So as long as the game is over or $14.99 and up, you can use a $10 coupon. So I pick up Far Cry 5, which was originally priced like $59.99 on Epic Store, on sale for $14.99, and then I got another $10 off. So I got it for $4.99. Nice. So I picked up Far Cry 5. And so I'm like, okay, so now I'm addicted, I'm scrolling. What else am I going to buy? What else am I going to buy?
Yeah, man, I got more, man.
Yeah. So like, I need more. So I'm like scrolling. I'm like, I know I'm going to find another good deal. I know I'm going to find a deal. And I didn't see a whole lot, but I ended up picking up, just because I'm addicted at this point. I had never bought the Witcher series, Witcher games, and they had Witcher 3 on there. So again, it was the Game of the Year edition was $14.99. So got that $10 coupon again, so I paid $4.99 for the Game of the Year edition of The
deal.
Witcher on the PC. And I have this new graphics card, this 2080 Super, so I know I can crank the game all the way up to ultimate settings and let it look as good as it possibly can, and maybe I'll play through it. So it just one of those games I never just really thought I could play through because, one, I didn't think I had the time at the time, because I knew it was a long game. I knew it was an involved game. I don't know if I'll be able to sit down and play it all the time. And it's one of those games I feel like if you step away from it for a while, it's hard to come back to because you're kind of lost. You don't know what's going on. And I knew I wouldn't dedicate all that one time into it. I didn't think I'd be that game I keep coming back to. And I still don't know if it's going to be a game I'm going to keep coming back to. But I'm like, you know what? It's $4.99. Why not?
Sure. So, buy it anyway.
So I went ahead and just picked it up for $4.99.
You probably won't put it down because I'm afraid to start it and then not have enough time, but I'm also afraid to start it and be stuck in it and just want to play it.
Right.
And then I want to play anything else because I heard it's a really good game, and I have it. I got it when it was one of those Xbox deals for $15. The golded, like you mentioned, the Game of the Year edition.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the other game looks amazing. I can just imagine how it's gonna look on your PC.
Yeah, I can't wait to actually kind of dive into it and check it out. And it's, I don't know, like I said, it's something I'm probably just gonna kind of dabble in, I think.
And Mail, since you're on the whole PC Buster Grace thing, you definitely got to get the whole reworks mod for it, where it kind of reworks all the, I don't know, it just does all that PC bullshit that people love. And I think it does look a little better. Like it makes the hair better and the grass better.
I don't know how it can make the hair work. I remember when this game came out, they had NVIDIA worked with them, and they did the thing called Hairworks, where it takes each strand of hair and basically makes it its own process. So each hair on Geralt's head and stuff like that moves individually. And that was a huge thing back in the day when the game first came out. I remember them doing benchmarks, and people would be like, when you turn Hairworks on, that was like today's RTX. As soon as you turn on Hairworks, the performance in that game goes to single digit in frame rates back then. So I'm excited. It's kind of like playing Crysis now, and seeing it the way it was intended to. Because back in the day, that was the running joke. Can I play Crysis? You would have this 8800 graphics card back in the day, and Crysis came out, and you were like, yeah, and you try to run it on the max settings, and the game just chugged. You're like, yeah, what? I have the best graphics card in the market, and it can't play this game. What is the deal? You needed 2 of the 8800s back in the day to even really get to run well. And so it's something like that. Like the Hairworks, when it came out, was a really difficult thing for the graphics cards back then when The Witcher first came out, Witcher 3 came out. And so I'm like, yeah, I'm going to have the Hairworks on. I'm going to have the game on Ultra. I'm going to have the draw distance as far as it goes, the textures on Ultra. So I'm curious what it's going to look like. Maybe I'll stream some of it so you guys can see it and stuff like that too. So see what kind of frame rates we get. It's a good game.
I do fire it up on, it's funny, I own everything on Xbox, but I do fire that up on PC because I do like to play it on there. It's one of the only Steam games that I have and love on there.
But that's about it. I dabbled a little around in the Epic sale a little more. I haven't seen anything that's really jumped out at me yet. There was a game that we looked at a long time ago, Gunny. I don't know if you remember mentioning, we talked about, there's a game called Mashup, and it takes old 8-bit Nintendo games, and you have a genre and you smash them together, and it makes a random game for you. So you can make an RPG shooter,
I want G.I. Joe and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
And that's pretty much what Gunny's going to be getting.
Get drunk, have a baby, and go on an epic quest to kill bad guys.
And so I was looking at it, and I almost pulled the trigger. It was $20. It was $19.99 with the $10 coupon, so it made it $9.99. But I was like, do I really want to pay $9.99 for this indie game when I just got done buying 2 AAA titles for the same price, because I paid $5 for each of those AAA titles. And so I kind of was debating. So then I went back and looked at it again, and I started reading the reviews on the game, and everybody was saying, great idea, mashing these games together. but the execution just really isn't well. A lot of people giving it like 3 out of 10s and stuff like that. So it just kind of really made me just stay away from it then. So I didn't pick it up. But
the one game that I truly want on the Epic Store, and I'm a little afraid to buy it because, as you guys know, and I don't mention it very often, but it's only due to the podcast that I always have to pull myself away from it. And that's City Skylines. I can play that game for hours and hours and hours. I probably have 800 hours into that game.
Why would you buy it on the Epic Store?
No. So it's called Satisfactory.
Oh, okay.
And it's one of those build refineries type games, right? Where it's just that building thing where I dive into Minecraft and I can play that game for several hours. So it would just be like something new and fresh, and I would just only play that game for like 3 weeks straight.
I have heard from some guys in our community that really enjoy it, that it can suck you in, and you will put some time into it if you do buy it. So I guess, if you got time to put into it.
Yeah, so I saw this. I saw the deal. I saw it was like I could have got it with that $10 coupon, and I just because I had the Fallout 4 thing going on in the Red Dead. Gotta focus.
Too much shit going on.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Well, Gunny, I think that sale is going all like into mid-June. So, just an FYI.
Man, I got to get on the Epic Store. I just went and
dangle that carrot.
5, but
all right. Yeah. Speaking of carrots, do you got any more carrots to play, Gunny? Or no? We're on Mayo. Sorry, guys.
No. That's all I played this week. So,
all right, guys,
I am good.
Let's take a break, and then we'll come back and get back to this shit. All right, break time. Woo! All right, pause that shit, Alan.
And we're back. Welcome back, guys. We took a little break, but just to kind of plan out what we're going to talk about next. I guess news is next, right?
It's news time. We have some good effing news. Some horrible news.
Oh man, some good effing horrible news. That's great. Oh man, that's
you put your chocolate in my peanut butter, damn it.
Good effing horrible games. All right, here we go. All right. Okay, go on. What's this horrible fucking news? What do we got?
Hey, who's hyped for that Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 remaster this year? But it won't have microtransactions.
I am. I've been watching videos. I'm stoked. I'm pretty fucking amped actually. Did you guys were you guys in the Tony Hawk 2 back in the day?
Yeah, no, I played all of them.
That's pretty good.
Like, at least not all of them, but like 1 and 2 I have played. But I mean, I don't know. I'll probably get the game if it's ever on sale, but I'm not really super crazy excited about playing.
Oh man, Tony Hawk 2, it was weird. It was like a skateboarding game that had like fighting game controllers, and it was just like it was a beautiful mix of it. And it's good. My girlfriend at the time was fucking really good at that game. She would just kick my ass, but I was pretty good at that game too. I'm excited to see what they do with multiplayer modes because I want to do some of those the tournament modes that you play against the PC and shit. I thought were fun, but I always thought they would be more fun against real players. So here we go. I'm gonna bring it.
Yeah.
I definitely see some. I definitely see some leadership boards going on in the HGP community. I'm trying to fucking see who's the best.
I was always terrible at those games. I remember playing those back on, I want to say, the original PlayStation 1.
I think I played on Dreamcast when I was playing it. But yeah, I think it was Dreamcast and PlayStation 1 and I don't know what else from there. But yeah.
Yeah, they were pretty good. I always revert back to my brother. He was the fighter / he was the actual skater, like he actually had a board. I never had one, so. But yeah, I always played them. I thought they were pretty good. So cool. I'll probably pick it up.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited they're doing these because basically Tony Hawk 3 and past that, we're trying to go like they got the technology to start doing like this more open world stuff. So instead of having like direct missions you would do, or like you load into an arena and have like a specific goal, you would like skate around the city, initiate a challenge over here, talk to this person over here, and get a thing. I'm like, dude, I don't want to do that. I just want to go in the menu and select, I want to do this. I want to do that. And it's the same thing with all these racing games. Like, it drives me nuts. I don't want a cool open world to initiate shit. I just want a fucking game where I can just pick a menu and go for it.
Hey.
But anyway. Hey, what?
I was going to ask you, have you tried Forza 7?
Oh no, we were talking about last week. I almost downloaded it. I'm going to. It's
a lot of space. So just make sure you have the hard drive space for it.
Well, I think that's basically my issue. I need to get a bigger hard drive. I have been doing a lot of game juggling lately. With shit, it seems like all the games I'm into are getting updates. It's just kicking my ass all of a sudden. So, yeah, fucking A. I need to get a bigger removable hard drive soon. I think I have a 2 gig. I heard that you can get up to a 4 gig on there. So.
Yeah, I got a 4 gig right now.
Yeah, 4 terabyte. You know?
Yeah, 4 terabyte, 4 fucking gigs. Yeah,
4 gigs. Yeah,
I know.
Shit, Xbox 360 days here.
I know.
Of course, the PC guy would correct us.
Welcome to 2004.
I can't stand that. I gotta hear it correctly. It reminds me the other day. One of my friends at work, he has really bad internet where he lives. So he lives like out in. So when Jesus makes fun of me saying like I live in like Farm County, Ohio over here, I live in the city, I have real internet where I live, but I'm not far from farm country, okay? And I have a friend I work with who lives in farm country who basically has dial-up internet, and he has this Xbox One X. He just bought it, and he can't even really set it up because his internet was
Farming Simulator 19.
He gave up. Like he's like, I can't even get through the setup and the initial updates.
Have you offered to let him give you his Xbox for a night and just load it up with shit and then give it back to him?
That's where we're going with it. So he actually, I told him like, hey dude, bring it in. I have good internet where I'm at. I said I'll take it home with me, download the updates, bring it back to work next morning. No big deal. So I bring it home, and he brings it to work the next day, right? And he's like, I has this external hard drive for it too. And he's like, hey, can you just install the games that are on there too, like from my library? So I'm like, okay, no problem.
Wash my clothes.
So I take it home, I plug it in, I plug in the external, and I log up his library. And he's got like 30 games in his library. So I do his updates for him. But he wants me. I'm like, well, what games do you want me to update? And he wanted me to redeem. It came with the Jedi Fallen Order Star Wars. So it was the bundled Xbox One X.
Oh, nice.
And so he wanted me to redeem that for him. So I redeemed that for him. I would go ahead and download that. And that was like 40 gig. Not a big deal.
Yeah.
But he's like, so I tell him, hey, I redeemed this for you. I said, you want me to install any other games while I'm here? Yeah, he's like, just install all of them on the external drive. I'm like, okay. So I'm just going to do is clicking it. And so I'm installing Call of Duty Warzone, which is like 180 gig. I installed Red Dead 2. I installed he had GTA 5 on there. I installed GTA 5.
It took him like a lifetime to do that, basically.
He had me install all these games that were like 100 gig. He had me do like the Master Chief Collection, which is like 100 gig. Even I have like good internet over here because I had like a gig down, 1,000 meg down. I still had to let it run overnight and make the Xbox not put itself into sleep mode basically and let it download the games overnight so I could take it back to work the next morning. It's just kind of funny the fact that you mentioned about getting a hard drive, and he had this external drive and had me put all of his games on it at one time, so I downloaded his whole entire library.
Man, that's all. I bet he was stoked though.
Oh,
It's like, holy shit! I can
How
play
did
all
you
my
do
stuff.
that?
Nah, my buddy Couch, he's now living in an area that has better internet. But yeah, for a while he was living in Okies, and basically we had this thing where I would just download a bunch of games to the removable hard drive, and I would just swap them hard drives, and yeah, that was working out pretty good for a while. But yeah, he lives more in the city of Oregon, city of Southern Oregon. So he said, but yeah, that's cool. That's it. Good job, man. Good job.
Yeah. Not
So,
to derail from news. I know Gunny's cruising through the news, so
All right. That's right. News. Okay, Gunny, what's up? What's
Yeah.
next?
So you know what's next here, guys? This is no surprise, but U.S. spending on video games just hit a new quarterly record, and of course, it shows a picture of the good old Switch, showing that whatever that paint game. But I thought it would have been like Animal Crossing.
Oh, Splatoon.
Yeah, but it says here American consumers spent more this past quarter on video games than they have before, to the tune of $10.9 billion.
Well, duh.
Corona.
I know.
I wonder why.
Thanks a lot, Corona. It's just like,
9% from last year. I thought it would have been like up like 30, but it says the period covers only January to March. Oh, that makes sense. So it probably will be 30 by the end of the year.
holy
Meaning-
shit. If that's only January to March, man, that March through May is gonna be crazy. So yeah.
right.
Everybody's coming out spending all that stimulus money.
Oh yeah.
Those people stop working and then going out to looting in real life instead of buying games.
Oh, I could just barely hear you, Alan. What did you say on there?
My bad. I meant to say until people actually start needing to use the money for something else, because with this whole people not working and having a hard time actually paying for things, I think people are gonna stop actually buying games.
Yeah, that's the other end of the
Right, 'cause it's
amble
like
or whatever.
Been buying a
Yeah.
lot more, yeah. Right, especially people that are not so much shelter in place or not work from home, but
Well, yeah. I mean, I feel it's definitely most sorry for like small business owners. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, I used to be one, and I know if I still had my shop, holy shit, this would be kicking my ass so bad. I would have no idea what to do. So that's sad.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all you guys. But yeah, right now I happen to be essential. So actually, and I got a pay raise. So yeah, that's just going towards video games. So yeah. Woo!
yeah, same.
I was just telling my girlfriend, like, I really need to get back to work because I hate this not working, and I'm trying to like do all the, because I do have a small business, so like I have to do like find all the work for myself. And it just sucks that nobody wants to hire you right now.
Well, what about, can you get like temporary work at like Albertsons or a grocery store?
Well,
I know.
I do have a job now with doing all the gardening on the side.
Oh
but
yeah, the gardening. Yeah.
all the handing, like I'm doing the handyman.
all the rock moving.
Yeah, but I would like to get back to my business and my work. Actually, it does kind of sucks, like not getting.
Were you doing a lot of offices, right, Alan?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I mean, those would probably be the last thing that'll actually reopen here, in whatever
And then
phase.
also,
we're at.
yeah, people just don't want heavy being
Strip
contact
clubs.
at all. You gotta start dancing.
So become a dancer. That'd be awesome. Oh man. No,
Hey,
but
guys.
fucking.
I just wanted to name off a few of these games here that are in the top list. So
Top list of
those
what?
are obviously Animal Crossing,
I've sold. I'm doing this whole thing. Okay, Animal Crossing. Yeah.
New Horizons. What's New Horizons? What is that?
What is that? New Horizons.
I have
No,
no
that's
idea.
the Animal Crossing New Horizon. This
Oh, that's
the game. Old man Gunny.
Get glasses on, Gunny.
Discord chat, right? I actually watched. I have no desire to play this, but we've always just called it Animal Crossing. It's never called New Horizons. Call of Duty, obviously, Modern Warfare, Doom Eternal, Dragon Ball Z, Kakarot, Fortnite for sure, GTA 5, Minecraft, MLB The Show 20, and NBA 2K 2020.
It's funny you say GTA 5. That game just never dies. It's always
Yeah.
in the selling list.
And it's
Top
almost like
seller.
with Minecraft. I think Minecraft just hit a new record of some sorts as far as sales go.
Oh man, and well, that's crazy. They're like that high on the list, and they have that new version, that new thing coming out like this Tuesday or whatever. The dungeons.
Yeah,
Minecraft Dungeons.
is it going to
Yeah,
be
it's
this
gonna be.
Tuesday? I know it was delayed. Everything was delayed, but yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, that's gonna be huge. But yeah, man, yeah, good times.
yeah. And then there's that Minecraft Earth thing. I actually saw an ad for that yesterday, and I thought, oh yeah, there's that phone game. So, yeah, but obviously the Nintendo Switch was the biggest winner. Company sales offset purchasing declines for any other console hardware sold. Sales in total topped $770 million. It's just a lot, guys. That is crazy. So it'll be interesting to kind of read some of these stats at the end of the year and kind of see where we're at as far as gaming goes. And maybe I have another question for you guys as far as like, hey, do you think during this whole shelter in place, maybe some new gamers have been, how do I say it? Created? Sure. Yeah. Right. We've made gamers out of this, like people stay at home and now they're watching their kids or their brothers, sisters play video games and finding out what a Twitch is. And yeah, be interesting.
Yeah. I don't know how many new gamers are being created right now. I bet there's new gamers being made. The way it sounds.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Where
baby boom coming
Well,
up after
I mean,
quarantine.
well, I mean, I'm trying to turn my wife into a gamer because of all this shit. She picked up Animal Crossing. I'm trying to figure out what. So I think Animal Crossing, she's really into it, but I think it's kind of running its course. There's only so much you can do, and I'm just trying to think of what game to get her onto next. And so I was pretty drunk when I was watching all these YouTubes of Animal Crossing games coming out, and or not Animal Crossing games, but sorry, Switch games coming out. And so there's like the Summer of Mara looks pretty cool, and Ghost of a Tale, Eastward, and this other game Baldo. But yeah, I need to keep an eye open. And so I guess any listeners out there, if you want to chime in on the Horrible Gamer podcast thing, but yeah,
Stardew on the Switch.
Stardew is, but the thing is, so Stardew, she played it before on the PS4 and on the Xbox because it was like a free game on I think on both of them, but she didn't like the graphics of them. She thought it was kind of like they look very dated, and so like Stardew Valley Animal Crossing is basically Stardew Valley but with like much better graphics. Yeah. So
hey, I got a game.
She can't go backwards. Yeah. What's up?
I have a game. So it's something that I wanted to try. It's on Game Pass. I haven't downloaded it yet, but it got decent reviews. It's a smaller game, and it's called Farm Together.
Farm Together. And that's on the Switch?
No, so I think it's just on Xbox, PS4, and...
He's looking for a Switch game.
I need Switch games!
You know which game is pretty good for Switch? That Witcher card game is pretty fun. I have
the card game. Okay, she might do that.
Okay, I got your solution over here.
Okay, what's that?
Okay, the game is My Time at Porsche. It's on the Game Pass. So you can check it out before you buy it, but it is on the Switch.
Yeah, it's on the Game Pass. I have it downloaded actually on the Xbox. I can check it out and then see if it kind of like I can even have her. I guess I could have her check it out and see if she like likes the feel and then put it on there.
Yeah, but yeah, try it on Game Pass and then if she likes it, get it for the Switch.
Well, it's kind of funny because I'm kind of torn whether to go for like push another game that's like another upkeep game of sorts or whatever, or kind of push something new and entire. Like part of like I actually showed her a video at the Breath of the Wild, and she actually liked the look of Breath of the Wild. It looked like she'd be more attuned to trying out Breath of the Wild than the Zelda 2 one, The Link to the Past. Like I thought Link to the Past would be the one that would do it, but I showed her that, and she's like, "Oh, that looks all right." And then I showed her Breath of the Wild, and she's like, "Oh, that one looks really fun." So I think that,
and it is. It's an open, huge world, and it's just so beautiful, and there's so much to do, and there's puzzles, and I have it. And I enjoy the fuck out of it.
It seems like she can kind of take that game at her own pace, right? Just like kind of just
do and whatever. It's simple battle too. Like fighting's pretty simple. The mechanics are so easy. You just grind the game and just do a bunch of things.
Yeah. I think I'm actually kind of going to, other than the games I mentioned, just because those are the ones I like text message her when I was like drunk watching those videos. I'm like, oh, this one looks fun. This one looks cool. But yeah, that's
What
okay.
about Pokemon? Those are kind of also battle / collecting.
I kind of thought of that. Maybe. I think for my own sake, I know I kind of want to get the new Mario Kart because I want to play Mario Kart. But yeah, that's where that's at. But anyways, all right, back on track. News.
Hey, news. I got one other article. I got one other article before we go to the Titanfall news over here. But
oh, that's right.
This one is Ubisoft. Good old Ubisoft. They're suing Google and Apple over a Rainbow Six Siege clone. So this is an update to an article that was out a little while ago, and basically just talks about this game. It's called Area F2. It's a free-to-play shooter on the Google Play Store and Apple iOS stores that appears to be a clone of their successful game Rainbow Six Siege. It says they are now suing them to remove the game from the popular mobile app.
What's so similar to Rainbow Six that's not similar to every other shooting game?
So they're just showing like a couple screenshots. One of them's like on the main page, like where it shows like your operator, and it looks exactly like Rainbow Six Siege. By the way, yeah, exactly. Like I could just see they just changed a few words, and it looks like they changed like.
Is it like a mobile game now?
Yeah, it's a mobile game.
Okay, so they just took the actual console game, made it into like a light version of a mobile game.
Pretty much, yeah, and then they just changed the names to the weapons and the operators.
Yeah, I guess so.
So it's the interesting thing here is that Area F2 was created by eJoy.com, a company that's owned by a Chinese multinational technology company, Alibaba. I believe Alibaba is actually a big company like Amazon. Could be wrong.
No, I heard that they're I haven't heard of them, but I guess they're like Europe's version of Amazon.
Yeah. Looking at screenshots of the eJoy.com created at Area F2, it isn't hard to spot many similarities between it and Rainbow Six Siege. Ubisoft explains in their complaint that Rainbow Six Siege is one of the most valuable intellectual properties, and they believe Area F2 is built to piggyback on their popular game. So, you could probably look at, you guys, I'm sure you've looked at your phones, you can say, oh yeah, this is a clone of this and a clone of that. But yeah, maybe because it's becoming more popular on the mobile thing and Ubisoft is looking at that going, hey.
Wow. Even the scoreboard and everything looks the same. I mean, they didn't try to hide anything here. Like the entire layout, it's exactly like, wow.
Yeah, right? I'm looking at it, I'm like, come on, it looks exactly like it. But yeah, I've seen so many different clones. It just, I don't know. Maybe because they probably see how much money they're making on the mobile version of it. Right? Is like the reason they want to shut it down. But it's weird because it says here, I want to say they said that when they reached out to them, they were denied. So, interesting. Yeah, that basically Android and Apple were like, yep, nope, sorry, we're not taking it down. But kind of weird. Maybe they just need to go straight to Alibaba and sue them.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. That they sued
maybe a cease and desist. I don't know.
Well, I think they were trying to sue the company, and it's a Chinese company, and so China laws are completely different, and there's a huge challenge to try to get a game taken down. So they're trying to get Apple and Google to take it down off of their store instead of trying to get the game taken away.
Yeah, interesting. That's odd. But that's all we have for the news, guys. You got anything? What have you got, Jonathan?
Let's see. Oh yeah, Titanfall news. Woo! Or lack of time. So basically, okay. So, God. So it's been a this thing. Everybody knows Respawn and knows Titanfall shit. So Respawn made Titanfall 1. It did pretty all right. They made Titanfall 2. It didn't do financially good, but it did. People who like the game, but financially, the game kind of sucked ass because, a lot of people say EA fucked it over because it launched between two games, Battlefield and Call of Duty, Infinite Warfare. I don't know what they were thinking, but anyways, that's what happened. So, Respawn goes on. They do all these cool updates to Titanfall 2. Then they take a break. They make Apex Legends. Apex Legends is fucking a hit. And, people think that, at some point, Respawn's got to go back to making Titanfall, because it's such a good game. It just got screwed over. But so there's always talk about, is there going to be a Titanfall? But then Vince Zampella just came out recently and was like, no, guys, we are not making Titanfall. We're not making Titanfall. Well, it's not in development. As I said, there's no teams working on it. He did, however, say that in the future he would like a resurrection of the title. So, that could happen.
Titanfall 1 and 2 remastered.
Fuck you. But
That's funny.
that would kill me so much. But no. So which is all funny because so basically Vince Zampella, he's moved on from Respawn to head up DICE LA, and then so he's like one that head of Respawn that kind of got a new project, and then the other head of Respawn, Josh Hiring. Or John Hiring. But basically, John Shiring. That's it. So he basically he went on he just actually recently started his own studio, Gravity Well. So it's like, all right, so there's 3 basically Respawn project, studios going on. Why the fuck isn't someone making Titanfall? But so I guess going on to that, so there's that situation. That's what kind of last week was about. And then they announced like a couple days ago that I guess they're opening up a section of Respawn. So Respawn they're gonna have a section, a Vancouver BC studio that's gonna be devoted to Apex Legends. so what the hell now is basically
it's their cash cow.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even blame them. I fucking love Apex Legends. Like, I like Titanfall more, but Apex Legends is fucking fun. I play the shit out of that, and I'm playing with my nephew, and I like what they're doing with it. Like, it's cool that it's so narrative on the story, and they actually introduce a lot of like Titanfall elements into the stuff. So, there's always it's funny on the interview. It's like Vincent was like, "No, we're not making Titanfall stuff." He's like, I like to think there's a little bit of Titanfall and everything that, in Apex Legends.
Oh, shut up. Shut up, Vince.
It's like, I've been playing Titanfall this whole time. I didn't even know it. So, yeah. No.
Titans.
So, yeah, no. So basically, so right now, so basically as it is, so there's Vincent Pell and DICE LA. Then there's John Sharing with Temporal Studio or whatever. Portal Studio, whatever I had said, and now then there's Respawn Prime, with their Vancouver division just making Apex Legends. So what's the Prime was their main Respawn studio down in by LA doing? Like, I guess they're making they're probably doing a lot of work on the next Star Wars integration, and then they have now there's that Medal of Honor VR thing, but I don't know if that's gonna be the Respawn studio or it sounded like, I thought that seemed like more of a pet project of Vince Zampella. So I could see that going to DICE LA, but I could be wrong. It's basically the only other 2 things I could think of that Respawn's on is, as an entirety is they have their Apex Legends, Star Wars, and this Medal of Honor VR shit. So, now they have like 5 fucking studios or 4 studios.
Yeah, I can almost see them probably maybe doing something with the VR thing in the LA studio.
Yeah.
Maybe PS4 exclusive, possibly. Like nothing. It could be humongous, but who knows? But yeah, maybe something. Star Wars. Who knows? I don't know. It's just something that more VR in California.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited to see what they do with VR. Oh man, eventually Titanfall in VR would be sweet. But basically, as it is, like, I really, as a Titanfall fan, a new Titanfall would be great. But I know the best would be just to wait for it to come out on the next gen system, like built for the next gen. So I don't have to be like holding back on this fucking Xbox X, PS4.
Yeah. When is Sony doing their E3 event? I forgot when I know it's announced, but I wasn't sure what date it was going to be.
Oh, with all the, I don't even know. But yeah. Now we'll see. Hell, man. So it's quick. Okay, I guess it's kind of like news talk. So yeah, that's basically for a Respawn talk. So they just introduced, like, they just announced that they have a studio like a Vancouver section of Respawn that's just devoted to Apex. So that kind of frees up the main Apex studio or the main Respawn studio to do some shit. But hey, Gunny, speaking of the VR and like Sony and stuff, man. So I think I heard that. I think it maybe 4th of July is when the Iron Man VR is coming out on the PSVR. I'm definitely picking that shit up.
Oh yeah, for sure. And
So,
eventually, I want to see hopefully we'll see a sale on that Star Wars game that just came out. Vader.
Oh yeah, the Vader.
What you play, Neil?
Mortal? No, yeah, I am definitely buying that. The day it comes out, I'm buying it. There's no delay. Man, Gunny, so have you even gone out? Have you played the X-Wing mission on the VR yet?
Have I played what?
No, the X-Wing mission on PSVR.
Yeah, so I went through that several times, and that one's pretty cool.
Oh shit, you actually did it. No, cool. So you picked the Star Wars Battlefront 1 and played that? Nice.
Oh, on no. I was thinking of the Call of Duty one. I get confused.
No.
So I played the Call of Duty.
The Jackal Assault.
Yeah, that's the one I played.
That was super fun too. I totally dug that. But no. On get yourself so I got Star Wars Battlefront 1. I have it on disc, so I don't have a digital copy of it. But yeah, either find it cheap or just get the digital version. But yeah, there's an X-Wing mission. It's like 20 minutes long, and it's hella fun. Like, you take on a fucking Star Destroyer and shit. It's cool.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's way good. It's very much like very similar to Jackal Assault, but with Star Wars shit. But it's definitely an experience. It's a fucking blast. So I can't recommend it enough. All right, that's all for my news. So yeah, all right. Are we done with news?
We're done.
All right. Whoop, whoop. All right. Okay, so we got GFNGs. All right, so this is our time for some good effing games or good effing grief. All right, hey, Mayo, let's start with you. Do you have any grief or any good games that you've played recently?
No, I can't think of any griefs because I haven't really played much online at all this week here. I guess I would say, I just want to give a GFN game, GFNG out for a good effing game is, that bright memory. This guy making this game by himself, man. This, so polished and looks so good and doing it on his spare time. I don't know how he does it. Like, I couldn't imagine trying to take on. What's that?
I'll check that out again because me and Jonathan went through a bunch of games from the Xbox event, and I think I kind of missed that game, or I don't know if I mentioned the game, but I'll take a look at it again because they did have a bunch of interesting games. But one person making a game that's as creative and like what you mentioned, and it seems like a lot of work, so definitely worth checking out.
Give that guy a team. Yeah, but no.
I'm a pallet of Doritos.
And
But no, that's all I got.
All right. What about you, Ellen?
Only one person, I guess. GFNG to the dude that whooped my ass bunch. FIFA 10. I haven't really gamed much, honestly. GFNG to Gunny as well for teaming up with me at the Red Dead. I think we should all get a night and just get together and do some gaming.
Man, yeah. A posse of 7 of us would be fucking so much fun. Like, I bet we would get stupid.
Hey, I've got a good effing game to Johnny Don't for really bringing me back. Well, bringing me to Red Dead Redemption 2. Like, the last 3 weekends, it's been let's posse up. So we just been getting in there, and good effing game to you, Alan, for showing me even more of that game, and open up all those things I can now do and make XP, and good times, man. Good effing game to Johnny Dalton, Vetterholic, and that Fallout 76 this weekend. We had a blast playing that. So fun times, and you as well, Pinpoint.
Sweet.
Playing some Red Dead 2. Good stuff. And good effing grief to that asshole who shot me in the back yesterday and killed my horse and blew up my camp, dickhead.
Interrupted your squirrel hunting.
Man. Defensive mode.
Grief. That's awesome. I want to say, okay, I'll do some. I want to say some good effing games. So, the last, so yeah, I've been doing that, that Titanfall study each week. This last Saturday, there was a PlayStation 4 version, and I don't know if it was just like, I don't know if I just didn't properly market it or whatever, spam people enough, or it was the first day since like shit got reopened nationwide, but our attendance was not there. But two people are fucking funny to play with. They're two like good people to play with on the PlayStation. Is Cashel in 99. He's an awesome dude. He's hella smooth, and he's just a good guy to play with. He's fucking funny. He's good. And then fucking OC Welder Boy. And OC Welder Boy, he's funny as fuck. He's like I don't even know where he's from, but he's like super hyper, and he's just like always is like. He just sounds like he's totally juiced up. Just the whole time he's like blah 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 blah. And I can't tell how old he is because I kind of expect he sounds like he's about like 18 or maybe 17. But then this happened like last time, like a couple weekends ago. Like one person joined in, but this time like a mob of he has like all these friends that are like all these squeakers and shit, and they just came in and we're just being so fucking annoying and just so squeakerish and like whatever, and it was just so fucking funny. Like me and Kashon we're basically just playing the three of us, and we were like, holy fuck, I don't even know what we got into, but yeah, those kids were fucking funny. Like they were just like all these squeakers like making fart jokes and talking stupid shit. But yeah, all of a sudden OC was I messaged Kishon on the side. I'm like, holy shit, I can't believe OC's like the quiet guy in his crew. It's like because he's usually so hyper and it's like, holy shit, this guy's energy is too much. But like, yeah, his friends are way more hyper than he is. So yeah,
it's the young people energy.
Yeah, it was fucking funny though. I was just getting a kick out of that shit. So yeah, good effing games. GFNG, Kashawn. Or I don't even know how it's pronounced. I just call him 99, and I call the other kid OC. So good GFNG, OC, and GFNG 99. Good times. All right. That's about it. Anything you guys want to say before we get out of here?
I do. Hey, go find that Jesus Walks a Lot on everything.
Jesus.
PlayStation, Xbox, Steam,
and send him nudes.
Yeah, go to every launch. He's on all the launchers, all the PC launchers, because he's a PC mustard race god. And yeah, go find me, guys. I'm Gunny Chief, gamertag Gunny Chief, over on the best box, the Xbox.
Hell yeah.
Yes. All right. You can find me, Penpoint Red, PENPOINT RED, on the Xbox, on the PlayStation, on the SoundCloud, on the Mixer, on the Twitch, on the Mixcloud, on the Instagrams, on the Facebooks, Twitters, all this shit. Anything you can think of that's social media, I probably have an account, and just hit me up on it. Woo!
Yeah.
What about you, Mayo?
Yeah, Mayo.
All right, yeah, you're gonna find me on, obviously, like Gunny says, all that PC stuff, all those PC launchers. You're gonna find me as the Mayo, and you're gonna find me on Discord as the Mayo. So hit me up. Discord is probably the easiest place to find me, but and you can get all my information from there. All my accounts are linked to my Discord, so you can literally just click on my profile and you can just add me right off of there too. So
send nudes.
Easy.
Holy shit, Jonathan! We actually have a Discord channel we gotta start using as well.
I have no idea how to fucking use that shit.
I know the GFNG Discord channel. I think Mayo and Mojo Red are on there every now and then saying hello.
I'm not invited. Send me an invite, Gunny Chief.
We will try. We still don't know how to operate it.
I'll walk you guys through it one of these days here soon.
Yeah, we need your help. Yeah, we're PC. I mean, we're not PC guys. I meant to say, we're Xbox
console
guys.
Kids.
And, yeah, console guys. Like you can find me on CFC Leo 10 on Xbox, and that's it. Don't find me on Facebook or PC because I don't have it.
All right. Well, shit. Well, yeah. Thank you all for listening. There's to the special GFNG HGP episode. It's been fun. It's been fun, guys.
Mayo, what does Gidget say?
Gunny, like they say, brush your teeth, go to bed.
Peace out, Brussels
Oh,
sprouts.
that's right. It's tired. It's late.
Wash your Brussels sprouts and go to bread.
It's 12:30 at night here. I'm ready to go to bed. I'm getting up in 3 hours for work. So
GFNG, guys.
GFNG.
Game, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna play some of Apex. Hey,
HGP.
Gunny, Alan, I'll invite you if you guys want to check it out.
Apex?
Yeah.
I'm down. I got what time? How long? Like when exactly? Well, you know what? Let's talk about that after the show.
All right, later.
Later.